Okay, now you should be able to see.
There we go. Aha. So we're not really moving. It's not showing. Date with Teron. Okay. It's a little bit behind.
Oh, yeah, there's going to be a delay.
Okay. And then messages or people that send us stuff, it'll just pop up here probably.
You'll be, when you're in the video at the bottom where you can comment, you'll just kind of see that. And you don't even have to watch it. You can just hit pause on it.
Okay.
And, yeah.
It'll just pop up.
Yeah. The chats will if people come in.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I'll see.
Shut up, Murray. We're trying to do stuff.
Well, hopefully I can see that.
All right. Why would I pick up my phone?
Why did you do it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It shows we have one viewer.
It's probably me. No.
Or you. Or me. Yes. We're making it.
Okay, let's finally start this.
All right. Let's get this going.
Parched. Hello, everybody. And welcome to Tales from the Fort.
Oh, yeah.
Coming at you live.
Yeah.
It's Saturday night.
Popping our cherry.
Yeah. It took some talking. I had to have a beer. No. But yeah, I am Jared.
And I am Jared.
And
I am Teron.
Yes.
we have Teron here tonight, who, if you don't know him, you're missing out.
Yes.
He is one of our best dressed guests to come to the show.
I know. I'm underdressed.
I know. I was like, man, I need to go put on a James Bond outfit or something now. Oh, crap. How you been, Teron?
Man, I've been good, man.
You just still QTing it up?
Yep, QTing up every day. Just wake up, QT, go home, go to sleep, family time, wake up, QT, same thing every day.
Yeah. How long have you been working there now?
19 years.
Holy shit.
Nice. Coming up on the big 2-0.
Yeah.
When do you hit it? What's your actual anniversary date?
September 20th.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
got a ways, but you'll get your plaque up in the office.
Yeah. I'm waiting on that.
Nice.
That's going to be bad.
That's always good. Always good. Was it all here in DFW?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
I grew up in Westworth, and they was putting it up out there. I was like, let me go work at QT. I was working at warehouses, and QT went in, and then now it's a career, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I just went in and take a break from the warehouse, but I loved it. I was like, all right.
That's usually the typical story. It's usually, I'll give this a try for a couple years, just get some ends meet, and then go get my real career here later. And then you stick around and you're a 1A and then a store manager, then next you're a vice president.
Yeah. Yeah, it happens. I've seen it happen.
Yeah, exactly. Do you have career goals with Quick Trip? Are you comfortable with 1A, or do you want to keep moving on up?
Yeah, I like 1A, but of course I want my own store so I can show what I really have.
Mm-hmm.
But, that time will come when it comes.
For sure. Oh, yeah.
Just got to be the right timing.
Yeah, for sure.
Dude, I fucking hated it whenever I was trying to get promoted. But whenever I finally got it, I felt like I was ready.
Right.
Because I looked back and I was like, man, if I would have gotten it whenever I wanted it, I would have sucked.
Yeah.
But then whenever I actually got it, I was fully prepared. And I zipped right through 2A.
And people don't look at it that way either. They kind of get stuck in their own head, and then they start looking out going, well, how did they make it, and how did they get promoted before me? Don't worry about that.
Yeah,
just focus on
mind
yourself.
Mind your damn business.
Yeah, that's because I admit I did that too. Growing with the company, I'd be as a 2A or 1A, was like, how'd that person get promoted, or how did that person get there?
Everybody said it.
Yeah. But then as soon as you don't focus on that. Next thing you know, you get this promotion, and then you get that promotion, then you get another promotion, because you're just doing your thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's almost like when you're looking for a date and nobody wants to date you, then you go and get a girlfriend, a solid girlfriend, and now every girl wants to date you.
That always happens.
Because you're not looking.
I hate it when that happens.
You're not focusing. But, so how long have you been at your current store?
Just a little over a month at
okay.
47, yeah.
Okay. Good deal.
Just got transferred from 859 Division of Bowen.
I haven't been
By the Cowboys Stadium, yeah.
Oh, that was
The
over there.
hood.
Yeah. It was rough working there, but it was fun though. But it was rough. You just had to keep everybody in
Learn
line.
your stripes.
You've worked
there.
at like all the hood stores.
Yeah, I know.
That's like your thing.
They're like, why is your par so bad? I'm like, oh, because I was at.
I know. That's the dumbest thing. Like, look at the stores. Like, this guy's like a hero, and he deserves a medal. What would you say is the worst one you've ever had to work at? Like,
I say Las Vegas Trail.
really?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Right in there with you, buddy.
Those little kids were bad.
Dude, and we got him though. We fucking got him.
Those little kids were so
little
bad.
kids from like
When
a
I
school
got-
or
It was these 4 little punk ass bitches, and every morning they come in, and I would just tell people I go follow them
every day.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
5
because
times a day.
Well, I was too much of a wimp to just, but they would steal all the fucking time.
Right.
And then one day I was pissed off and I said something, and one of the women I was checking out, she was one of the teachers at their school.
okay.
And she goes, I'm one of the teachers at their school. It was like, have they been stealing? I was like, yeah. And she goes, okay, I'll tell the principal and they'll come down. I was like, all right, please do.
Yeah.
And then you had who was that lady cop?
Uh,
She had a Spanish name or
yeah, I've been knowing her ever since I've been working at Quick Trip.
Yeah.
She likes.
But
Quick Trip.
she was doing the fucking stakeout like one day and stuff.
Yeah.
And we were like trying to get these motherfuckers.
They were bad. Oh
And then
my
the
God.
assistant principal comes up there
Right.
and she's like, yeah, you got some kids stealing. I was like, yeah. And then I was like, every morning, it was exactly that time. It was like 7:45, 7:50,
Before
somewhere
the
in there.
bus.
They come through that door.
Right.
And then she goes and stands over there. One kid comes through the door, sees her, turns right back around, and she goes, finds out who all they were, calls all their moms, and then their moms like brought all of them up there, like pretty much one by one. Like I was in the back room, and they're like, someone wants to talk to you. I was like, it was just like there's no nice way to put it. Like kind of hood rat looking kind of girl woman standing there.
They were right.
Like sweatpants and a tank top with no bra on. She's like, you the manager? I was like, yes. And she's like, you work every morning? I was like, yes. And she's like, I was like, yes, ma'am. She's like, come with me. I was like, all right. And then she goes outside. I was like, fuck, she's gonna beat me up. And then she goes and opens the back door and she goes, get out. And then one of the kids steps out. She goes, has he been coming to your store? I go, yes, ma'am. He been stealing? I was like, yes, ma'am. She's like, okay, that's all I need to know. She goes, boy, get back in the car. I'm beating your ass when I get home. I was like, yeah.
There is justice.
I was just like walking away, flipping it. No. You little fucker.
To see, and my experience with that, one lady came in like, these little kids been stealing? I was like, yeah. She's like, what they look like? I was like, man, I don't know. They all look alike. I don't know. And then I was like, but there's this one that was I said he has a Dallas, he has a Chicago Bears backpack jacket. She's like, oh really? And she had a keychain. I was like, oh man, it might be his mom, and it was.
Damn.
I said he's the worst one, and then she's like, oh yeah, hold on, come here. She went and got him and came. I was like, yeah, that's him, man. I'm sorry. She's like, all right, I'll pay for it. I was like, ma'am, you don't know how much stuff they've been stealing. They've been stealing every day.
Yeah.
Right.
It's going to be
This
like.
is a ring.
Yeah. I'm like, it's going to be like $5,000, ma'am. Don't even worry about it. Just, you know, and that's what happened.
Yeah.
I was like,
We had a trucker stealing at 949 for the longest time. We finally caught him, and his bringing up, the mom that wanted to pay. His boss came in and paid for all the stuff that we at least had recorded.
Really?
It went back 2 weeks. I mean, this guy was stealing milk, donuts, some pizza slices, all that stuff.
Man.
I mean, I'd say it's about $10 to $15 each day. And he's like, how long do you think he's been doing that? I'm like, well, I got 2 weeks, but I know he's been coming in here for a long time. He goes, ring it up for 3 weeks worth. And he paid for 3 weeks worth of this guy. And I'm like, all right, man.
That's not how my company does business.
Yeah, I mean,
amazing.
that's exactly what he was saying.
That's coming out of his check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It better.
Beat him with a crowbar or something.
Each week he comes into his office. Hey, what? I didn't get paid today. Yeah, no shit.
Wow.
You're lucky you got a job. if he even kept him on.
It's
Actually,
crazy.
you owe us.
You say they still out there. I just got the 947. I was like, oh, this store's cool. No one steals. Like, people have been stealing left and right. I was like, man, they steal at every store. I was like, this is crazy. I was like, wow. I thought I came from 859 to 947. Like, yeah, I'm chilling now. No,
They
still yeah.
Especially this day and age with the price of everything.
Just this day and age too, because they look like good people. They just steal, you know.
Right.
I'm like, man,
I know, it's ridiculous. But I mean, that's not an excuse. I mean, one reason why everything is so high is because of the theft.
Yes. Oh,
you know? I mean, we've got to keep jacking up our prices just to stay up with how much we're being charged to get it for one. Oh, yeah. But then we're losing all this damn inventory.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, if people would just stop fucking stealing, that's the one thing I just cannot wrap my. I mean, I understand it. I understand why some people steal because you don't got nothing.
Yeah.
You know, you're homeless, whatever. You're going to try to steal. But the people that have the means and they still fucking steal.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? You know, like
Peckerheads.
no shit. You know, and I get kids. You know, kids are dumb, young. You know, they're growing. You know,
but when it be grown ups, you know,
right? Hell, I took a Snickers or something from the little 7-Eleven down the street from my house.
Exactly.
You know, when I was little.
You know,
but.
Everybody's done it. We've all been there.
Right. But you don't make it a fucking career, you know?
Yeah. See, it's crazy because those little kids at Las Vegas Trail, it's like that was going to be their career. They were like doing it so good, so swell every time.
Yeah.
Stockpiling it, setting it up, and they're like, all right, everybody run and grab it and run out. You know, it was crazy.
At the store, I ran one of the most hood stores in Wichita for the longest time, and there was a mom that was teaching her kid how to steal. Yeah. So it was like stealing 101 right there. You know, here's lesson of the day, son.
That's crazy.
You know, you got if your pockets are full, stuff it down your pants. You know,
stick it in your butt, your prison wallet.
That's crazy.
So and that's just bad. That's just sad.
At that Las Vegas Trail is funny because one girl she came in. She was saying that she bought a pack of cigarillos, I think, the night before, and she left them on the counter. Which I was like, I don't doubt it. But I was like, let me just find it. So I looked back in video and I watched. And the only time I saw her, she came in and just got a refill and then just walked back out.
No,
Man,
whatever.
of course.
So I was like, hey, I was like, so I watched video. I was like, I didn't see you buy any cigarillos at any point.
Right.
And unfortunately, I did see you come in at one point and come get a refill and not pay for it. She's like, oh, well, I thought refills were free. And I was just like, if you get water, which you clearly did not, it's a dark soda in there.
Right.
Yeah.
So you can go ahead and call it even and then not steal from us anymore. And how's that sound? Oh, okay. Oh, stupid bitch.
Man, I've been working with you over. That was fun, man.
Dude, I didn't give a shit.
Every day was so fun.
Yeah. We terrorized those bums.
Him and my friend Tiny would come to the store. Jared and Tiny, he just texted me today. He was like, Teron, people at Quick Trip get mad at what I call you, but they do it behind your back. And he just texts me every day, dude.
Tiny's what, like probably 6'8" or something. Big old oil rich white guy.
Copenhagen running off his shirt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He likes me, but he's racist.
He loved every time he'd come in the store. Hey, Teron!
And he would go to me like 5 times a day. At least. It was amazing.
People who annoy me.
He kept talking about that South Park episode.
Yeah, there's a South Park episode where it's Wheel of Fortune and it's like N blank GGERS.
Yeah.
And it's like people that annoy you. And he's like, I don't want to say it. You're like, well, you gotta say it.
You gotta say it. It's 5 seconds. Naggers.
Oh, man.
It's naggers.
Yeah.
It's like,
So every time Tiny come in, people that annoy me.
oh my.
Tiny was so funny, man.
Whenever you left, I told him, I saw him, I was just like, hey, Teron, this is going to be Teron's last week here. And he's just like, oh, where's he going? I was like, he's going on to Brentwood Stair. He's like, I go, he's graduated college. And he goes, oh, those are his people. He goes, I'm going to miss Teron.
Hey, it's funny because Tiny came out to Brentwood Stair one day. He's like, Teron, my car insurance is going up because I came out here. I'm in the parking lot. He's like, they know my Brentwood Stair. I was like, man, Tiny, you are so funny, man. He would make my day, though.
He is hilarious.
Yeah.
But
that was the customer to have.
Those are the good customers, right?
yeah.
I love those. They can be
The
a
good
little
old
annoying.
white racist man.
That's true.
That's crazy because he's taking me out to eat. What's that barbecue place right there in the Westworth, right over the Trinity River?
He took you there?
Oh,
Yeah,
Heim.
Yeah, we've been there like 5 different times.
Heim, yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
He's like, Teron, it was funny because we ordered. She was like, man, sir, what would you like? I was like, I'll tell you go first. He's like, I'm order what I think Teron go order. He ordered the ribs, potato salad, and collard greens. Tony is so funny, man.
Oh my
I
God.
said, man, I'll have the same thing. That sounds good. Oh man.
Damn.
Tiny probably hasn't ever eaten collard greens.
I don't know. Except for that day.
Yeah.
I remember Chaz, the RA.
Yeah.
She was this black girl that was our RA, and she told me, she goes, Tiny came here one time. He goes, come here, Chaz. He goes, I want you to meet my mother. And she was sitting in the car. He's like, you got to come out and see her. And she comes out there and she goes, hi. And then she goes, oh, boy, aren't you a pretty little N-word?
What?
And then she was being sincere. Like, that was just that family. Like, that
That's
was how
that
they
family,
were.
yeah.
Holy hell.
Yeah.
And then Chaz was like, oh,
I
well,
don't
thank
understand,
you,
but they
man.
like me, though. You know what I'm saying?
Right. What?
Yeah.
And apparently they like the RA.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
what the?
Yeah. It was a.
That's weird.
Yeah.
It took
is.
to run that store smoothly. It took a very
yeah.
special team.
And me,
For
you,
sure.
and Jared Jagerman, we was holding it down over there. And then
He actually wasn't there too long.
oh, okay.
Josh came.
Oh, Josh.
Josh,
Yeah,
when
yeah,
he
yeah.
came, dude,
Yeah, we had a
we
nice
were
little
like
crew.
Josh Olivet,
I don't know if
and
I know him.
that dude was fucking
Yeah,
solid.
he was
Yeah.
solid.
Yeah.
And he was a 2A?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He didn't take no shit. He would chase people out. He wasn't scared to like fight the guys.
Okay.
I'm just like, dude.
At that store, you kind of needed somebody like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to.
And he's just tall, blonde hair, blue eyes, real
Yeah.
like
Look
almost
Nazi.
looks like
He's
a
a
surf
Nazi.
boy. I thought he
almost
was a
like
surf boy.
Macaulay Culkin kind of.
Yeah.
That's got that kind of look, and just real cool. But he was just not scary. He's like, didn't I tell you to get the fuck out of my store? And you're just like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved him. He was cool.
yeah, it was cool. And then Chris, I liked him as the NA, that
Yeah.
crazy sweaty dude.
Yeah.
He's one of those the NA that always wear. There's like multiples of them.
He worked hard.
They always had the shaggy hair.
yeah.
They always kind of stunk. They always wore their black pullover, and their
Yeah.
khakis were all
Yeah,
baggy. And
it's
They're
crazy.
sweating like a pig, but they got
he
this
was the
pullover
hardest
on.
fucking
Yeah.
worker. He
He
always
was.
just, that's there.
Yeah.
I was just
yeah.
like, dude, calm down, man. Like, you're doing a fucking awesome job. I have
Yeah.
no problems with you.
He was. I
And
like
Chaz
him.
was a pretty good RA. So
Yeah.
she could just she wasn't like real good, but she could handle the store, like
Yeah.
the people. So
Exactly.
Right.
And that's more what I wanted. I was like, I don't need someone that's just a real good RA. I need that store. Like, I need someone to just handle that store and
Right.
Yeah.
still be able to do their job. So
Right.
That was fun.
that was the dream
days.
team right there.
Yeah.
So, what are some of these names that you came up with
Oh,
on? So,
Well, once the people were starting stealing, I was just like, man, how do people keep an eye out for these?
Yeah.
So I started printing a pinhole camera picture of them.
Right.
Found a real good one.
Right.
And then whenever I printed off, I was just like, I don't know this dude's name. I was like, I'll just make up this name. And I
LeBron
think
James.
the first, so the first one ever, I think, was Tide Pod Todd.
Yeah.
And he came in, we had stocked the groceries, and he came wiped the whole fucking shelf out. Like, we had
the
just
Tide
got
Pods.
And
Everything.
so
Oh,
everything.
everything.
So he
Okay.
would steal the stuff, go sell it on the street for
Okay.
cheap, and then get cash, and then get his drugs.
And then when the supervisor come in, they be like, "Why is there no groceries?" I'm like,
Yeah. And then I'd be like, dude, seriously? I got so pissed whenever the Alex crew came. And I was just like, dude,
Yeah,
I
what
fucking
can you
had it with
do?
this store.
Right.
But why was I telling that story?
About the name.
Oh, yeah. It's okay. So Tide Pod Todd, that's why I nicknamed him that. And then I got him arrested the first day.
Okay.
Like, he was a one and done, but I was just like, fuck yes.
Nice.
And because he was in there earlier that day, and then he happened to be in the morning rush, and I was just like, I think that's him. It's because he's still wearing the same clothes.
And he'd look at you, and then he just steal it. He just like,
Yeah. That motherfucker would I'd be like, stop, and he just... Dude, like, he was like my unicorn. Like, I was just always battling him.
Right.
And
your nemesis.
but he did that, and so that day it would happen to be raining, and he came in, and what was it? It started pouring rain, and I called the cops while he was in the store.
Okay.
And he was stuck in there, and he was trying to wait out the rain. And the cops came in and goes, there, that's him right there. I was like, I got it on video of him stealing earlier. And then they're like, okay. And then they empty his pockets, and he had like fucking beefaroni and like ramen and shit. And he was stealing
grocery
in.
section,
And then he had like he had a crack pipe on him or a meth pipe. So then they got him for possession or whatever. And then we got him criminal trespass. What was it? Ricky Sparks or whatever is his real name, but Tide Pod Todd is what his name is.
that was funny.
And then he had a girlfriend, Mrs. Pod.
She was stealing. They always stealing. And then
She was a white girl, and then I banned her from the store, and then one day she comes in the morning, she's like, Mr. Jared, I don't know what I did wrong. I was like, get out of my store. She looked like if Pink did like meth.
Right.
That was crazy, man. Like, we had a story every day. That's why I missed that
Dude,
story.
yeah. Like every time whenever you come in,
everything
like,
going on, and time
got this
coming in,
motherfucker.
it was just amazing.
Nice.
Yeah, because there was what was it? There was healthy LeBron, and then there was skinny LeBron.
Yeah.
So there's two guys that looked very similar, and one was cool for the longest time, and then I think he started stealing. We had to ban him.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the other one, skinny LeBron, he would always steal beer. And
oh my God.
motherfucker.
Right.
I called him out one time because I was on the phone, and I happened to turn around, and he was in there grabbing some
and
he
looking
just
at you.
froze.
They would always look at you.
And so I immediately started walking towards him, and he just dropped, and he started walking. I grabbed it, and I go, hey. And then everyone in the store turned. I go, were you going to steal these too? Or he just like, oh, no. I was like, so you didn't want them? You're just going to steal them? He goes, oh, I don't know. I was like, yeah. And then everyone just kind of stared at him. I was like, you motherfucker.
That's funny.
That's awesome.
It was just like a rotating
Oh,
cast. It was weird. It was just like,
I just
and in
love the
different
names.
seasons, you'd have like different
people.
like
So we was
variety. He's just like, oh, we got a new one.
We were naming them just
Fucking Troy under the bridge.
Yeah, man,
Oh
he's crazy.
man, what did we use? What would we really originally call him?
We got him all. Man, he acted like
had
a
some-
vampire. We
Oh.
man, he was crazy. Like he was on heroin, I guess. But
Yeah.
Yeah, that dude was fucking nuts.
he was
banned, and he in
Michael
the
Stick.
wintertime he'd come in looking like a fucking homeless
Like
Jedi,
Ghost. He looked
and
like Ghost.
he'd run in there. He'd run in there, open the guy's screen door, grab a pipe, and run back out. Like, Troy!
Do you remember the dude I used to call school shooter?
School shooter.
The
What did he look
the
like?
tall white guy with the long bushy hair. He used to come in and always order a cone and talk real loud. And
I think so.
yeah, he's coming a lot on the evenings, but sometimes on the mornings. But man,
Oh yeah, he was real creepy.
yeah, it like when they said they first opened, he came in and just walked in the middle of the store, put a briefcase down, and left it. There was nothing in there, but that's around the time when people were leaving bombs. on
Right.
people's doors.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, why would you play like
bomb
that?
threat. I just left my briefcase.
Yeah, because he was named before I got there.
Yeah, they used to call him
okay.
Carrot Top, and just man.
School shooter. I know.
shooter.
Well, that's the thing is they would have multiple nicknames, and someone would say Carrot Top's here, and then Teron would be like, "Hey man, school shooter's here."
Yeah.
And I'd be like, "Okay."
Everybody's got a name for this
Yeah.
same
Man.
guy.
and then Tiny was naming everybody.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It was actually great. It wasn't great to be in the moment, but it's great to have the memory.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like,
And that's funny when you get the help and support of the good customers. Like Tiny wanted to be
Yeah.
involved,
Yeah.
so Tiny's looking
oh
out.
yeah, dude, it's cool. Like whenever you had customers on your
Oh
side.
yeah.
The
Sometimes
who
you'll
was-
get some of those crackheads on your side too.
Yeah.
Uncle Sam. You remember him? That old guy that had the gray beard.
Oh yeah,
I
man.
banned him for eating a sandwich right in front of me and walking out.
Damn.
Yeah.
They were homeless over there, so
Yeah.
it was like natural for them to do that. You know,
In the middle of the
He
lunch
didn't.
rush, he's
Yeah.
over there and he grabs a sandwich, goes over there, stands at the end of the fucking fountain drink area,
Right.
and just eats it,
And-
just
and
staring
looking
at
at
me.
you.
They're looking
And I'm
at
on
you.
register, just get my ass whipped, and I was just like, I dare you to walk out that fucking door.
Right.
And then he just eats and
it's funny. Everyone would
he
look
just
at
walks
you.
out, and I was just like, next time I see you, you're mine.
Yeah. Game
And the
on.
next, I think it was a Friday during the morning rush. I see him in there, and he's in there getting a refill. And I go over there and yell at him in front of everyone. I was like, get out of my store right now. I was like, you ate a sandwich right in front of me the other day and you didn't pay for it. Get out of my store now. Do not ever come back in or I'll call the cops on you. He's like, rah, rah, rah. I was just like, pour that drink out too. You can't have any of my drinks.
It's funny when you said those magic words. I'll call the cops. Everybody freaked out.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I want you to call
Oh,
the
yeah.
cops.
And
Yeah.
I was dead serious too.
Oh, yeah.
I would say, get out of here now. I'm going to call the cops. This is
Yeah.
your only warning. And they'd be, no. I was like, all right, I'm calling the cops. And I just turn around and walk in. And then they would bolt.
Exactly.
Yeah, they had a crack pipe on them something. I don't know. They was
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Something. Yeah. Or they got a record, or they got a warrant out for the rest.
something.
Quick Trip started doing some skill schools for
Combat?
well,
Yeah,
they should have been.
Yeah.
It was
John
for
Wick.
it
You just
was-
watched that?
Yeah. It was for the complex customer. It was
Yeah,
a complex
that's- yeah, I
customer
went to
skill
that.
school. It was when I was in the office. And I actually got to lead a lot of these skill schools and kind of teach it.
Really?
And it was
Yeah.
a blast. It was really good. And saying that, telling them, when you have that situation, get on the phone. There was one time I was on the phone pretending
Yeah.
to call the cops. There was nobody there.
Yeah.
But I was just saying, yeah, he's right here. He's in black shirt, orange.
Yeah, they don't know.
Orange shoes, blah, blah, blah. And then they just take off running, and the whole class is like, what? That doesn't happen. It's like, yes, tell them that you're going to call the cops or act like you're calling the cops or just fucking do it. Just call the cops and they will leave. Once in a while, a person will just get more irate when you do it, but very, very rarely. Usually they just bolt. They want out of there. And that's what we want. We want them off our fucking property.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. The panhandlers, too.
oh, yeah.
That was easy over there because I would go out there and tell them. I was like, I'd watch them ask for change. I would, you remember, we would just stand there and stare at the monitor.
Yeah.
It's like, yes, one person. I'm going, yeah. And then you just bolt, and then you just like, hey, hurt.
Yeah, man.
And it's like, I was like, you
Bulldog
need something?
Jerry.
And it's just like, oh, no. I was like, you're asking for change. Like, get off my property now.
Right.
It's like, if I catch you out here again, I'm calling the cops. If you do not leave now, I'm calling the cops.
Right.
He's like, well, I was like, all right, I'm calling the cops. And I just start walking in.
Yeah.
And
then they're gone.
But the next time, if they set foot on that property, and I watched them and they started doing it again, or even if they came on the property, I'd call the cops immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
then you don't know how many times in that area, cop was just coming off the highway. And
Las
boom.
Vegas Trail, they used to come quick. So
Dude,
fast.
I gotta
That's
say,
good.
for that police force area over there,
Man,
they
they
were
don't play.
fucking
They're
on it
good.
majority of the time.
So see if you can get into a store like that and start getting that control like that at the beginning. You start to
That's what you need. You gotta have that.
exactly. You get it going. So, but
Yeah, we had it pretty cleaned up for
Oh,
the
yeah.
longest
Yeah.
while, like when
Yeah.
we were all there and stuff. And
that's awesome.
We were doing good on the Bob ride, so we were
Yeah.
doing good.
Mm-hmm.
every once in a while, we get fucked because shitty employees and
Yeah.
fucking hated those days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you get that talk. He's like, what happened, man? It's like, well,
Life.
yeah.
Yeah,
Trusted
life happened.
one person to do something, and then because I told one girl she was supposed to recreate or power wash or something. She was supposed to do something on the overnight, and then I get there and she didn't do it, and I was just like, "Why didn't you do it?" Oh, I thought I was just like, I specifically, and she's like, well, I was like, we don't have the hours, like clock out now, and I'd hit the clock out thing, and I just walked off,
Right.
and then she just like, and I was like, you fucking bitch, you fucked us over because now we have to do that to get that looking good.
Right.
But then this other thing that we were going to work on doesn't get done now. So
Right. Yeah, I hate that. I hate you leave a list. And it's an easy list. That's all you got to do. You even know your people to where, okay, I know I can't overwhelm them. I'll just give them one major task, and as long as they knock it out, we're good. And they can't even fucking do that.
Yeah.
It's like,
and that store was just so hard to keep looking good on the outside.
no,
Because it was pretty much
got to basically power wash every day.
Depending on what clerks you had, you almost had to have all hands on deck inside that store at all times.
Right.
With those customers because
somebody to watch somebody. Somebody
we would run like little game
lotto.
plans and shit. Like, all right, hey.
Right.
We'd keep in the areas that they normally go. Like, what's up?
That's all you got to do. Hi.
Dude, it was almost fun to a point, but then it just gets old real quick. And you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, man. The good old fucking days.
Yeah, it was.
Did you only work there that once?
Yeah.
You never got called back to.
Yeah, nope.
So what's considered the worst store now?
The worst store now, man. It's like them Dallas stores. All those stores up there with the QT police. Like, those stores are bad.
Like
really?
I think 900 still.
Oh, they actually have the police there now?
Yeah,
cool.
they have those are bad stores. We had Allied,
fucking John Wick guys there.
They need to.
Yeah.
They need to.
Hell yeah, that's badass.
Yeah.
What about like Fort Worth side? What's the worst?
Fort Worth. See, I live in Arlington now. I'd say 859 is probably the roughest out there. Fort Worth, I hear probably Las Vegas Trail. I know people hate that store. They always call in.
That was the worst thing.
Maybe that new store downtown though. I heard the homeless people are hanging out there too much.
Yeah.
So, that's a nice store, but
Yeah, you got to start fucking kicking them out.
Yeah, you have to.
Hey, you cannot be here.
Yeah, you got to start that at day one. You got to get that out there.
Yeah.
You got beer salt on your lap.
Oh, pain.
But yeah, if you don't set that standard at the very beginning, then good luck trying to get it.
You have to.
Yeah.
It's just not going to happen.
Kick them to the chest.
Right. They got to see that authority right up front, letting them know that you're not going to sit
all
up
the
here.
way down the chain.
Right.
Manager, 1A, 2A shift, RA shift.
Right.
Clerks need to communicate and say, hey, there's somebody out there begging money.
Yeah.
Y'all have to stay on top of it.
Because if the 1A and 2A for sure isn't helping out, then as soon as that manager leaves on Friday, it's going to go to shit until Monday morning.
That was the worst thing is because it's like you get those 2As that call in every fucking weekend. So now I'm like, fuck, who am I going to have, And
right.
Then what am I going to come into on Monday?
Exactly.
That store fucking pissed me off. And I think you were late that day too, motherfucker. I got woken up before my alarm went off by the guy that called in that was covering for my NA.
Okay.
And he's like, hey, just wanted to let you know the store's going to be looking pretty rough when you get here. And I was just like, it's 4:00. And I was just like, he's like, yeah, I kind of hurt my back. So it's going to be looking pretty rough when you get here. I was like, all right, bye. I was like, cool, guess I'll fucking get up now.
Right.
So then I get in there, and then Teron oversleeps. And he's usually there like right on time.
Right.
And it was just like I kept looking for his fucking headlights, like where he backed in, and I'm like, Teron, you better fucking show up. And I'm in the kitchen, and then I'm the only one there besides the NA that can't fucking move from the register because his back. And the store looks like absolute fucking shit.
Right.
I had literally, it's one of those times when you fill up a cup box and you just throw it out on the fucking sales floor. And you're like, I'm going to need every single one.
Right.
And then I'm back there trying to get breakfast going. And that's usually what Teron did. And I got the store up.
Right.
And then he's not there. And I'm calling him over and over. And then he finally, hello. I'm like, where are you?
I live 0.2 miles away from the store. So
yeah. I was like, where the fuck are you?
Yeah, right.
He's like, I overslept, man. I was like, get your ass here now. And I hung up.
That's one of them days. I hate them days. Walking into a shit to the door and
oh, yeah.
other person's late or somebody's late or just,
I was just like, dude, this is the worst day for you to do this to me.
And that's usually what happens.
And it was one of those morning I called Jason and I'm on the phone with my fucking visor on, stocking cups, and I'm just like, I'm shutting the kitchen down. I'm the only one here. Fuck this store. And he's just like, well, let's think about another, you know. I was like, the NA can't move, and I was just like, he's like, well, dude, you can't. I was like, all right, I'll try it. Bye.
That sounds just like him.
Yeah, motherfucker. I was like, I'm not gonna be making these orders because it was just.
Oh yeah.
You get these white trash people. Can we get 14 muffins? And it's like, what?
Oh man, it used to be this trash girl that used to order a burrito with egg, no cheese, no nothing, just egg. Yeah.
What the fuck?
I know, it was a little weird.
Yuck. It's dry ass burrito.
It was tortilla and egg. I was like,
yeah, it was weird that they always had those weird orders and stuff. And then it was, if you got that good clerk in the kitchen, they'd hold it hostage so they went and paid. And they're just sitting there. He's like, you got to go pay. He's like, I already paid. And he's like, no, you didn't. It doesn't show on my screen. I was like, you haven't paid. And you're all yelling back and forth.
See, I hate that in South Lake, you don't have to do that. You know,
right?
Oh yeah,
859, you have to. It's
yeah,
like, you got to pay for it. I didn't have to yesterday in Allen. Like, okay, yeah,
well,
you have to get the door. You know?
Yeah.
Just because they dropped the ball doesn't mean we did.
Oh man,
I hate that excuse. We get that all the time at truck stops. All the time, they're like, "Well, they give me a big ticket at Everman." Well, that's Everman. You know, somebody made a mistake, so it's like, just don't bring up another quick trip to support your cause.
Yeah.
You need beer?
Oh yeah, thank you.
You know,
No, I'm good.
You're Alohaan.
I'm Alohaan. Supporting our Hawaiian natives over there.
Yes, sir. Mukalakalehi.
Kona Big Wave.
Kona.
That's where they used to go on the QT trip, Hawaii, right? Mm-hmm. Now they went to what? Rome.
We're going to Rome this year.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Going?
Why?
No, I didn't get picked.
Yeah, they're going to Rome. Man.
Rome this
Why?
year. Last year was
he's like,
Atlantis.
why?
I guess Chet wants to go to different places now.
Hey, man.
Or Hawaii got burnt to the ground, and so
True.
Yeah.
Didn't we get we couldn't go back there? Or?
I don't think we got that. But
I know we
might
just
have.
stopped doing it.
I remember a long time ago something happened. Somebody got too drunk, tore up some stuff.
Well, every year
I would
something
say,
like that happened.
every year
there was some type of drama.
But that person goes home right away.
Yeah,
it
usually.
happened. It happened when we were there. It was actually a Dallas person. I can't remember their name, but it came from our division, and Jesse had to handle it.
What?
And Jesse drove them to the airport as well.
Hell yeah.
Like,
he's like, get out.
You're gone. What's that? You've been exiled or what?
Yeah.
Yeah. Voted off the island.
Yeah, exactly. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Damn. It was, dude, that was like, that'd be the scariest thing is if you got to be escorted back. It's just like, fuck, I am in so much trouble.
Just fucked your career.
By your job.
Yes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I hope you enjoy the position you're in because that's where you're staying for a long motherfucking time.
Yep.
Like the whole division staff would have to change before your ass gets promoted.
Exactly. Dude, I hated those politics. And then it's just like, oh, this person leaves the office, so then I have a chance to do this or whatever.
Right.
Man, yeah.
Right.
Man, that was fucking nuts. Yeah, whenever I found out I was going to 1878, Jason came and visited me.
Paid me a visit.
He came and saw me.
He came and saw me
I
at
was
my
sweeping
soul.
the floors.
What store were you at then?
942, Louisville.
Louisville. Okay.
Which is I loved that store with all my heart and soul.
Yeah.
You had like 3 bad customers or something.
Right,
like,
that's it.
It was nothing. It was
Yeah.
heaven.
Mm-hmm.
And I kept that store clean and it was beautiful. And I was like getting 99s on Bob rides.
Y'all was
and
winning the
shit.
Wally?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I won the Wally. I was
Dang.
like,
Oh, yeah. You got to love
that was like my store. I was on top of that store.
Right.
Like if I came in something, I was like, who the fuck does this? So, and then even people when they were up there, they're like, dude, man, this is like the cleanest store I've ever been in. I'm just like, thanks.
Yeah.
Takes
That's
a lot
all
of
me.
work,
you
buddy.
like their day.
Yeah, I took pride in that store.
Oh, hell
I was like literally on a red roller with a toothbrush, scrubbing the edges of the floor and shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Like that store is my baby. And then Jason came in. He goes, "Hey man, I think I got a new opportunity for you. I was like, oh yeah, what's that? And he's like, there's a store that needs a manager, and I think you might be their guy. And I was just like, all right, what store? He goes, 1878. I go, what store is that? And he goes, 30 in Las Vegas Trail. I go, in the ghetto? He's just like, well, no, man, you got to think of it like that. I was just like, dude, that's fucking hood. I was like, man, I was like, I don't do hood. Like I can do busy. I've never done hood. And he's like, well, it's the same thing, man. But I think you're going to be her guy. Like Misty really needs a strong guy over there and blah, blah, blah. And Frank's going to move down to that area and everything. I was like, all right. I was like, he's like, well, what can I tell her? I was just like, I don't think I have a choice. I guess, I'll go. And he's just like, all right, man. And then next manager meeting, all right, there's going to be a little supervisor change and blah, blah, blah. Jason and Misty are switching areas. And then he pulls me into his area. I was like, you motherfucker.
Yeah. He was awesome at that.
He was cool.
He knows how to get.
He's like this people. Fucking now you can see me magician and shit. Like, I am.
Because like when I went to open up Gainesville, loved the store. It was my first travel center. Loved running it. I didn't want anything but travel centers from then on out. But Gainesville was a fucking hour away, and that's with no traffic. That's That's me leaving at 3:30 in the morning, so I can get there by 4:30. Because I always like to be 30 to 20 minutes early. Yeah. And so I'm leaving at 3:30 in the morning to be there at 4:30 because no traffic even. Set on cruise control, it still takes me an hour to get there. Wow. So it would take me 2 hours to get home because of all the fucking traffic. Dang. And so Decatur was getting ready to open up, and I talked to Jason about it. Like, hey, I'm really interested in Decatur. And he's like, man, no, that's too far for you, man. I'm like, it's not as far as it's shorter than Gainesville. I was like, no, I think you need to look at it. I think it's about the same distance. But what it came down to was that wasn't Jason's area. Oh. Ernie was going to get that store. Yeah. And so he didn't want me to leave his area and lose me as a store manager. So I respect that. I love that. But I started to see it because my wife and I drove to Decatur. I'm like, I don't think it's that far. So we went to Decatur to have lunch and everything. We heard of a good restaurant out there in their downtown area. It took me 30 minutes to get there. And that was during the middle of the day on a Saturday afternoon. I'm like, I need to come to this store. So I told Jason about it. It's like, okay, we'll get you there. Well, then about 6 months into opening up Decatur, Weatherford opened up. And Jason is now that area's supervisor. So he called me. He's like, hey, I think I can get you back in my area. Like, okay, how are you going to do that? Weatherford just opened. I'm like, I got you. I'll be there.
Boy, y'all, that's a beautiful story. Y'all, man, y'all bought them so much, boy. Ooh.
Yeah. You earn it out there. That store that store will run you ragged.
I was on a sign crew doing out there, and I was like, man, I am so busy. I was like, ooh.
Sign crew had to do trash for him. I love that whenever sign crew is like, y'all need anything? You get those badass ones like, you don't need anything else? Like, y'all want to do trash? Like, fuck yeah. And he's like, all right.
Yeah.
They're all like beating up the bums while doing it. Like,
yeah, the sign crew leaders, they get their people to do that, or they sweep as they go and stuff like that. That's awesome. That is. Yeah, that's the way the crews are supposed to be ran.
Exactly.
Right there. So.
Those are my favorite ones.
Yeah.
Other than the ones that sit at the fucking handicap counter and
wait on somebody somebody to do their check and stuff.
Yeah.
Because we're still running summer numbers. I mean, we dipped down the last 2 or 3 weeks, but this last week we're always up on Thanksgiving because of the travelers. Yeah. You know, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday we are kick-ass busy because people are going and see grandma and stuff like that. Yeah. And so we did 185,000 inside this last week. So yeah, it's a monster.
We only doing at 947. We're only doing like 670.
Right.
Inside. You know, I mean, but it's cool. We still bonus like 178 last. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, y'all probably did 678. You know,
we did 458, something like that. So
but
I feel like when we got Las Vegas Trail cleaned up, we were hitting. We were hitting. I think triple digits at least because I don't think it had done that before because I remember getting all hyped up. I was like, yeah, I'm the reason this happened.
Nah,
I made that store like because the first time I pulled up there was like 3 or 4 bums sitting outside and shit.
Always.
And dude, I was just like, man, I was like, I don't feel safe here. And so I got with Teron, and this dude like taught me how to be in a hood store.
Right.
Like, it was kind of this little Star Wars, like, Qui-Gon Jinn, Obi-Wan thing.
Man.
And he taught me like all this. He's like, no,
Padawan.
watch his hands right here. Watch his hand right here. He's like, yeah, see, yep. Okay, you got it. Like, hey. He'd go running after him.
I got this one.
I'm just like,
get next
man. So
We definitely had to clean that store up, man.
yeah, so I got that. I just had a 0 fucking tolerance policy.
You have to at that store.
Did you guys pretty much get there at the same time, or?
No, he had been there a little
Nah,
while.
I've been there a little while. I was there with
year, I
Ryan
think.
Lewis too. I went over there with him.
Yeah.
Remember him?
Okay, yeah, I remember
Yeah.
Ryan.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but I got there and then it was a whole different world for me.
It was.
Because I was so used to being busy. What?
Are you getting messages or anything, or is it something else?
I saw that Ashley asked, why is he dressed like a movie usher?
So people, I'm still seeing that only one viewer. I must be.
Oh, I've got 4. It shows 4 on mine.
Are you getting any comments or anything yet?
I
'Cause I'm
commented
like-
back to it.
I haven't seen anything.
Close yours out and then try it again.
Okay. So I want to make sure that I'm not missing anything.
You are.
Ah, there it is. 4.
Heyo.
4 watching. What's going on?
I don't know who the 4th is. Probably Ashley. All right.
But I'm not seeing any messages yet. Nobody's asking us any questions on here yet,
Oh,
from what I see.
no, Ashley said it on there. I already
Oh, okay.
responded. And then, but yeah, it was a good store when all the people showed up. But
Yeah.
and then the herbs you had one you hated and shit. Okay, do you remember that kid Ian?
Ian.
He's this little twerp kid that like
Yes.
greasy hair. And he
Oh,
wore a
man.
woman's shirt.
Tiny gave him the name Picket Fence.
Picket fence.
Wow.
That kid
Picket
was
fence.
such a loser.
Really?
So
man.
he started off, and then I'm doing his quick start, and he's got like this little swoop to the side, like Skrillex haircut thing that was always greasy.
Right.
And he's got these rat teeth, and then his little
Picket fence teeth.
shit mustache,
So that's why he got fixed.
His
Picket
little-
fence.
shit mustache,
Right.
And then these glasses that he just
man.
and he wore the women's shirt, so it
Yeah.
fit
The hell?
tighter.
Yeah.
And then he'd wear these pants that were always just nasty. And in his quick start, I was telling him, I was just like talking to him and stuff. He's like, yeah, well, one day I hope to be where you are. And I'm just like, oh, yeah, maybe you will.
Yeah.
I had to give that motivational. I'm just like, there's no fucking way,
Yeah.
dude. You're not going to make it through the
Never.
week, you loser. And so I was like, man, I was like, dude, if you do it, I mean, stick with it. You can. It's not that hard. And,
Right.
and then I was just like, so I was telling him about the floor scrubber. I was like, all right, when you do the floor scrubber, go ahead, check it, empty it out, make sure the water's full, do that. So you don't want to get out there and get halfway out there and then have to turn around and go fill it back up because
Right.
you're just wasting time. Okay. So I was like, so go in there. And then he goes in there, and then I go in there after him, and I didn't say anything. I was just behind him, and all he does is gets in, starts it, and takes off, doesn't check it. I was
Right.
like, so I just standing there.
Waiting.
And that was my favorite thing. I just stand there, and then he comes back in, and I was just like, what's wrong? He's just like, oh, it's out of water. I was like, so you didn't check it? And he's like, no. It's like, so you did exactly the opposite of what I just told you to do. And he's just
Right.
like, yes, sir. I was just like, okay,
Man.
yeah, let's not do that anymore. And next time, listen to me whenever I tell you to do it, because I've been doing this a lot longer than you.
Right.
So I was such a shit face to them. Like, I was just like in their face, like, motherfucker.
Ian, that shirt used to just strip me out, man.
Dude, and he only had like one, I think, and it always was
And he's
stained.
so
and-
skinny.
Oh my
he's
God.
skinny as his pole, man.
Dude.
So it's like, why you wearing the girl shit? Like, I can see if you swole.
do you remember
you know,
Ernest?
like-
Do you remember Ernest?
Ernest,
He had this shaggy hair, real tall and dumb as fuck.
oh yeah.
And he had a
yeah.
baby.
Yeah, I do remember Ernest. Yeah.
That kid was dumb as a fucking brick.
Yeah.
But he worked and he would do whatever. You just had to kind of
Yeah, he
like
just
pep talking a little bit.
Right.
But
Right.
if you talk down to him, like I didn't give a fuck. I would get in these clerks' face. And I was like, fuck you. But
I didn't want to ruin the day. I was always like, hey, you're doing okay. Just do another upkeep, you know.
Right.
Like,
nah, he was, and it was on Halloween. Like an hour before his shift started, he calls and I answer the phone. I was like, "Thank you, Quick Trip, Jared. I'm gonna help you." And they're just like, I'd always say it as fast as I could.
Yeah.
And he was just like, "Hey, Jared, it's Ernest. Can I put it in for a sick day?" I was like, "No." And he's just like, "No." I was like, "Ernest, it's Halloween. There's no coverage. You're not putting for sick day. Get here. You have an hour. Bye." He's like, "All right, bye." I just hung up. And then he showed up.
He did?
Yeah.
That's funny. That's funny.
It's Halloween.
I was like,
damn
"You
it.
are not fucking me over tonight, kid."
Right.
Dude, we be so busy on Halloween.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet. You got that apartment complex right behind you
Yeah.
there. And
The
Man.
motel.
or the motel.
Dude,
Yeah.
I remember one year I seen a store message. He was like $200 for my Halloween.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, cool. Where you at?
Exactly.
Let me get it.
Oh,
Man, it was an A85. That was the only night they didn't have a night clerk. It was Sunday night. Man, I was so busy. Don Duval came in. I was like, hey, man. He's like, you ain't got to explain to me. I already know. I was like, thanks for understanding, man. I was like, everything is.
because that's
halfway
one
good.
thing. If Teron worked, I knew I was going to come into a good store. I'm
Right.
like, shit's going to get done tonight.
Right.
What's up?
I would staff him up. Like, it was hard to staff, but if I understaffed anyone, it was obviously me.
Right.
But then even Teron was like, "Nah, man, I'll take the hit, man. Just, you know,
Yeah.
I can lose
So
2
I-
hours
I know
here."
how to
And
prioritize, you know.
Yeah.
So.
he's
Exactly.
like, "I can run the kitchen and the register." I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Right.
And somehow he'd do it. But that was the cool part about him. I was just like, he was that
Yeah.
perfect 1A for me because I was just,
That's what I said.
I
We
was
had
in
a
that
good
phase
crew.
of really getting fucking burnout, and I was
Yeah.
just like, fuck, I'm glad he's here.
Man, that's
Right.
crazy. And a lot of people get burnt out. Well, I mean, I be like, this is so easy. How do you get, like, a lot of people, they leave QC.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand big and bad things, but it's easy. Why leave? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And you get paid well and
Man,
great
you know.
benefits, 401k,
For sure.
retirement.
It's too good.
Yeah.
It's better than a lot of places I see, you know?
Right.
So it's like, why go try to find something just as good?
Yeah, if you don't already have something lined up,
Yeah.
you know, or your career, like we have tons of college kids that come in and work for us, and then they go on to do their craft that they got their
Exactly,
degree in.
Yeah.
Perfect. But if you don't have anything else to fall back on, why aren't you staying with it? Why aren't you digging in more and
Staying
trying
with
to?
it and just,
Yeah.
well, like you said, wait until something else come up. Like, you got to have something lined up. You can't just.
Yeah,
I just run into a lot of people like, man, I miss QT. I'm like, all right, you shouldn't have quit with no
Right.
job. You know what I'm saying?
You shouldn't have quit.
Like,
I love that. Whenever I come in, the man, this person came in, man, Miss QT, like, man, you shouldn't quit. I was like, yes.
Man, I'm like, even
Dude.
part time, they be like, I miss QT. I'm like, okay, yeah, why you quit? You know,
Right.
It's like, yeah, I know it's plenty of part time everywhere. You know, fast food, just anything. But it's like, why'd you quit?
right.
This one girl, I can't remember her name, but she had long red hair, and she came in and quit in the middle of our like rush when she was supposed to be there.
Oh wow.
You remember? I can't remember her name.
I remember something like that.
it was some
but I
exotic
can't
girl
remember her
name or whatever.
Yeah,
But she came in.
it was India, right?
I think it was India.
Yeah.
She comes in. She's supposed to be there at 3, and I'm on the register, like looking on cameras and stuff. The one thing about that store, I knew my fucking cameras. Like I
Right.
knew where to look where. Like you had to.
Right.
That was your biggest tool in that store.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I was looking. I was like, where? And then the big old line buzzes going off and everything. I look up. She's standing in line in her normal clothes. And I was just like,
Yeah.
what the
I
fuck?
remember that.
Right.
And then she gets up to the register, and I was just like, what are you doing? And she's just like, oh, hi, I just came to tell you I quit, and I'm done with QT.
remember that.
I want to tell you that. All right, bye. I was just like,
But she was already on the clock.
no.
Oh.
She
was
was
late.
She
and
showed
was able to
up.
get gas.
She showed up, and I was just like, you stupid bitch.
Man, he was so bad.
Dude, you either love me or hated me at that store.
I love seeing Jared get mad.
I'm a different fucking animal when I work at QT.
Just seeing his range of emotions at work is just it's a masterpiece, you know.
That was too funny.
It was so like because I kept that straight face.
Yeah.
I had that resting bitch face.
Yeah.
All my shifts. I had show no emotion. I'll fucking kill you.
I'd love it when we were working at Roanoke together. There'd be a couple clerks like the next day. I'd come in. It's like, can I talk to you about Jared? Yeah. What do you got? He goes, I was just I don't really appreciate how he's talking to me. It's like, well, how's he talking to you? Well, he's just telling me that I gotta go do this and I gotta do that. Okay. Well, are you just standing around? Well, yeah, for like 5 minutes. I got to get a drink. I'm like, well, we're seeing you stand around for a lot longer than 5 minutes. You're just standing there. Jared sees you up on the camera, just standing in the back room. So, yeah, he's going to come back here and it's like, hey, you need to go do this.
Yeah.
I just don't like being micromanaged. Well, then work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
If you work for me, you fucking work.
Exactly.
And I taught you how to work correctly.
Yeah.
So it wasn't fucking hard, and it was like a well-oiled machine.
right.
Yeah.
But
It's
dude,
not that
I
difficult.
was like a fucking ninja with my shifts back then.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, this person. All right, this person's gonna do this. This person's gonna do kitchen stuff. Blah blah blah. And I was like, man, I'd have those fucking like Avengers nights on my Friday nights back in 966 when I was 1A, and it was Marvin, Ryan McCarthy, Kyle Harris, and then Trisha.
Yeah.
And Trisha's in kitchen. Those guys fucking just boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Like we had that shit on lockdown.
Trisha would have her issues here and there,
Yeah.
but she would kick ass.
Oh, I'd keep her in
the
line.
kitchen, and and she worked for you. She worked for me really well. It was just the others that she didn't.
Yeah, if you couldn't manage her correctly, she was one of those fucking like you just like Trisha.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I had to listen to it the whole fucking next day.
Yeah, there was so many times I'd take her in the back room and bitch her out and. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
But then, I'm like, get your ass outside, smoke a cigarette, get back in here.
And it felt like every time you guys had those episodes, the very next day she would bring in the tacos from Taco Bell.
Yeah. Like, I brought tacos.
I brought tacos, and I started
like,
I started to put two to two together. Like the first time she did it, I'm like, okay, this is nice. And then she did it, and I remember Jared telling me, it's like, yeah, I had to get on to Trisha about this, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, cool. And then she brought tacos. I'm like, well, I guess she's not that mad. And then it happened again, and then that's when I was like, okay, she's bringing tacos to make up for her bullshit.
Yeah.
But hey, I'll take it.
Strange.
Back when 966 was good, I mean, now it's dropped so much because,
Really?
well, 2020 hit it hard because the warehouses, they lost.
Oh, damn.
They lost all. I mean, I think they lost more than 50% of the employees out of those warehouses because everything went to online and everything went to at-home working. And then all the other stuff, they just couldn't get people to work because nobody wanted to work then.
Yeah.
And then now you got the warehouses kind of building back, but I-70 is now going to fly. It's going to go under. Yeah, it's going to go under 377 right there. So you're not going to have that stoplight. I mean, if people want to get off at 377, they can get off and go there. But if you just want to get going, you don't have that stoplight anymore. So you don't have that urge to just, let me swing into Quick Trip real quick. Yeah. You're just going to fly because I-70 from 35 all the way to, I think, 114 is going to be nonstop. You're not going to have one light at all.
That's a long way.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be crazy.
It's a lot of fast driving.
Open my RAM on that little straightaway.
Dude, I love that store.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and you had those good customers and those fucking weirdos, but you knew how to handle them right.
Yeah, exactly.
And then
had that train guy there's a train track right behind 966 and the train would stop so the engineer could get out and come up to the Quick Trip.
Oh, man.
He would stop his train right there because he had enough room. If he's going northbound, he had enough room to park his train. If he's going southbound, he couldn't do it because he's too long and he'd block traffic. Yeah. But if he's going northbound, he'd stop and come in and get drinks. He was a cool guy. He was a cool dude. I liked him a lot.
Yeah. Dude, I missed that store.
I
Like
know.
on those nights whenever I had the store looking fucking perfect. And I'm just And I was all working out, so I was all like roid raging and shit. And I'm just walking around like, story's fucking beautiful. Just like punching the glass and everything.
Woo!
Woo! God.
Yeah, that's why it was so hard. Obviously, the drive to Gainesville was weighing on me, but when Jason, because it came down to the last minute.
Yeah.
Like, there's nobody that was, really wanting to go to Gainesville that was I think they had like 3 people that was willing to go to Gainesville, but they were all very young managers. So nothing against them. Mm-hmm. It's just you're getting ready to open up
they weren't ready.
Right. And they knew that travel center was going to be busy. And I mean, I can just still remember Jason like, come on, man, you wanted to open up a travel center. It's like, fuck, like, okay, I'll go.
Yeah, with QC, you can never say no. I learned that.
Oh, yeah, you can't.
So the one shift.
My wife still knows to this day, 28 years at the company, I still won't tell him no.
Do you remember?
28 years?
Yeah.
Dang.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up.
Do you remember in 2018, the gas crisis at 966?
Yes.
And where we had gas, and I had to spend my whole fucking shift directing traffic in the parking lot.
That was fun. I had to do that too.
It was fun. We got a good system working now.
Go over here.
And Trisha again's bringing us fucking tacos out
she's
there.
bringing us tacos and water.
She's like, I got tacos. Here, drink of water.
I forgot to
rub your shoulders somewhere.
I forgot to put a hat on, so I was beet red the very next day.
Dang.
But I think I went home for like an hour or two.
Yeah, you left for a while.
And then I came back.
Because then you text and or something. You're like, do y'all need anything? I was like, you need me to come up? I was like, honestly, if you just want to come up for just like 30, 45 minutes, just to give us breaks.
Right.
So that we can go just take a rest or something. It's like, I've been going nonstop. And
right.
I went inside and just laid in the check stand floor for like 10 minutes. I was just like, I was like, I'm not working tomorrow.
Right. We just kept saying, take on left side, right side, left side, right side. Okay, left side here, right side there, left side, right side.
I know. I'd be like, all right, I'm going to have you swing around 17 right there where that guy is. See him?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Swing around there. And then whenever he starts to pull off, okay? All right, headlights on. All right, go.
Yeah. I think we got a customer praise for that.
Yeah,
I think,
dude.
Really?
And then that customer complained because we kept answering the phones like, thank you for calling QT. Yes, we have gas.
Y'all got gas.
And then this guy was like, what do you mean? Yeah, y'all got gas. And I was like, yes, we have gas. That's been a very asked question tonight.
Yeah, so we're just saying it.
Saying it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, it's okay.
Yeah.
And then, then there's people in the background laughing and stuff. Man, I don't think it's very funny. You think blah, 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 and everything. I was just like, dude, I was like, I'm sorry, man. All right. He's just like, blah, blah, blah. And
we're trying to make fun, light of the situation.
Yeah, I was just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And I was fixing to go on vacation.
God forbid we have
And
fun.
I was just like working my way up to getting the manager, I think. And then that happened. I was like, you motherfucker. Now I got to think about this all vacation long. I was like, you bastard.
Damn it.
That's funny.
All right. So,
Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for the Fort 4.
now it's time for the Fort 4. So the Fort 4 is 4 questions. My nose itches. The 4 questions that we ask you, and we change them up a little bit every time. But the one that we always ask everyone when we first start the thing is, what popular song do you absolutely hate? It could be past or present or...
I don't know the name of it because I hate it, but
no, he's a true hater.
That mannequin song, where you everybody freeze, you know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about though. It's the video everybody freezes.
Oh, what was that mannequin song? I gotta look it up now.
Google it, man. I hate that song. Like I hate the video. I mean, okay, pausing. Like, oh, what's the point? Like, I just hate the song. I don't know. My daughter used to love it.
I remember that song.
Yeah, you know, yeah. It's
mannequin song. I ain't it. What was it?
Everybody free.
That one.
This.
Yeah, oh my God.
You remember this?
I don't know why I hate this song, man. I mean, I don't like the beat. Like,
I mean, the thing is, they would do these like
they just freeze.
pause,
Everybody
and it'd be like the
it's
camera
weird.
would be going through, and it'd be like school letting out, and it's just a kid
Everybody
like,
frozen.
and then it's just the
And
whole
then to be
video's
playing
that.
this song, it's like the song don't
think
go
I've
with the
ever
video.
heard Wow, I don't think I've heard this at all.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know.
So,
Okay. Well, I agree.
man, you hate that
I
song?
don't know. I don't like the song, man. I don't like that song. It don't sound good.
Whenever it come on, would you just freeze?
Nah, I just like I just hit the next.
Yeah.
Oop.
Next
I
station.
miss listening to the radio. Like whenever music was kind of good like that, and it was
Yeah.
entertaining. Actually,
Yeah.
it would just randomly come on. And you're just like, oh. You'd be driving, and it would come on, and then I would just freeze.
Yeah.
And then whenever the person sitting in the passenger seat would notice,
like,
they'd be
"Yeah."
like, "Are you serious?" Like, I start laughing. I'd have to like freeze where my left hand was kind of where I'd be able to steer a little bit.
Right.
And I'd just be like, I'd always try to do it a lot, but
Then so many clubs play this song.
yeah,
Right.
true.
Man,
Right.
it's everyone. I mean, because this is a clean song, so you can play it anywhere, you know.
Right.
But
Do you still go to clubs?
nah,
I was like, I ain't been into clubs. And,
dude, I ain't been in a club in like by myself like 10 years probably.
damn.
I just be going to work, going home, man. Got to work some overtime.
Let's see. Who is your celebrity crush, both male and female?
When I was a kid, like right now, I mean, I don't know celebrity. I don't really be like looking at celebrities, but back in the days, it was J-Lo.
Mm-hmm.
I used to have a crush on J-Lo. But male, I mean, no male, because I don't sing no way.
Come on, man. You got to find some cool dude that just like, all right, yeah.
Somebody.
I mean, somebody that looks girls. Okay, they like Shamar Moore. I mean, I guess he's a cool actor.
Shamar Moore?
Yeah,
All
because
right.
he's a
All
cool
right.
Okay.
Because everybody likes him. He is a good
Yeah.
actor, though.
Mine's Paul Rudd. So,
Yeah.
and then Jared over there.
Mine's Denzel.
Denzel,
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
he's good.
Yeah.
Clean his movies,
Okay.
you know.
Okay.
And then I got Samuel L. Jackson, too, you know. Every movie he played in.
Motherfucker.
Yeah. I love you, motherfucker.
They speak English in what?
Yeah.
What, motherfucker?
What, motherfucker? Let's see. Do I have any new ones? Oh, that's not
Let's
a good
see.
one. Let's see. What would be the silliest feature of your dream house? Like if you want you're multi-millionaire and you can afford anything and made it into a house, what would be the fucking craziest thing you do in there?
Man. I mean, if I had a dream house, it'd definitely be different than most people's. I'd want to project a room with a swimming pool in it, you know, in the same room.
Ooh, yeah.
That'd
Get a
just
heated pool.
Well, people be
Yeah.
like, "Why'd you do that?" Just because you're in the pool looking at the projector. I mean, I guess kill two birds with one
Yeah.
stone,
Yeah.
you know. But a lot of people wouldn't agree with that, you know. But
I think that was my answer. I had it to where it connected to the outdoor pool too. You could like swim down the hallway.
Okay,
and
yeah,
get-
like a lazy river. Or
yeah,
something, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Dude, I would have a lazy river in my
Oh, yeah.
backyard.
It'd be
Fuck
cool.
yeah.
People be like, "Why'd you do that? That's
Yeah,
weird."
I'd be like,
You know
dude,
what I'm
this is
saying?
fucking
yeah,
awesome.
Exactly.
I sit here on Saturdays
Yeah.
just fucking floating like a turd.
Yeah. I float down the lazy river all fucking weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up?
Beer in hand.
Probably about 50% my pee. It's not colored. It's urine.
That's funny.
Nah, just kidding. Just kidding. I didn't pee in my imaginary lazy river. But how fucking cool would that be? Because have you been to the BSR cable park thing in was it Waco or?
Now, do you know every city has an aquatic center? That's like a mini water park. They have lazy river at every aquatic center.
Really?
Oh.
Yes.
Damn.
Yes. And it's only like $15 to get in per person.
That's damn good.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
bad.
If you're a Hearst resident, it's $8.
what?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I live in Hershey. They was like, let me see your ID. I was like, I'm playing. I always go to the Hearst one because I live right there off by 852. Love
Okay.
Fielder and like Green Oaks right there. So
Okay.
Hearst is hop, skip, and jump. We always go to the Aquatic Center, and yeah, it's cheap. It's nice.
Yeah.
It's just a lazy river. Got some dives, and just
Damn.
chilling. Got a little kiddie lazy pond thing, I guess.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
Fuck yeah. We got one more
Question 4.
question for
Let's see.
Oh, why is it not moving? Okay, there it goes. I don't know. What do you want to? Do you want to ask something or?
If you got do you got another new one on there that we haven't
Let's
asked in a while?
see. That's silly. Stupid.
Stupid silly.
Let's see. Fuck, I don't know. What is your go-to song to sing in the shower?
Oh man, go to the song sing in the shower. I don't know why. If I ever sing in the shower, I like Too Short, Cocktails. I don't know if you know that song. You know that song?
Yeah. So whenever Jason was on, he mentioned Too Short, and then I was like, I've never listened to Too Short, and I listened to it. I was like, dude, he's actually
That
pretty
Too Short
fucking
Cocktails,
good.
Right.
I was like, damn, these are cool songs.
It could be a little harsh, but this
Yeah.
is good songs,
I was like, damn. You're just angry shower.
Yeah.
Yeah, motherfucker.
For sure. Especially when I was going to the club, it had to be a club song. Or Lil Jon, like, throw your hood up or something. I don't know. It's something
I
like
know.
Right.
I remember that. Like, you'd always tell me, like, yeah, I'm going to the club tonight after work. And I'm just like, Teron, don't you fucking show up hung over on Friday. And then I'd be sitting there and I'd just be staring at the door. And then, depending on his mood, whenever he got out of his truck, if he was walking like this, I was like, motherfucker. And if he's walking in, like, clapping his hands, he's like, yo, what's up? I'm just like, all right, motherfucker.
I mean, back then I used to work at the club and the QT, so it was always like, it's good getting paid $100 doorman or security either.
Okay.
Yeah. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
For how long? How long did you have to?
Shit, I did for like 5 years. I was getting that
Okay.
good easy money for 5 years.
Nice.
Long time.
Okay.
I mean, $400 extra tax free a week. Like what?
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah, it was. He would do that. I was just like, man, as long as it didn't affect his performance at the store
Right.
and it didn't make
Right.
my job harder,
I was having fun.
I was like, you do whatever the fuck you want. I'll cut you whatever fucking slack I can cut you. I know you fucking earned it over here.
Right.
But I was like, I can only do what I can do. Like,
Yeah.
if you're tardy too much, I
Yeah.
can't help you, man.
Yeah, for
Right.
sure.
So I'd have to have those talks with him. I was just like, dude, I'm real. Like, I really do like you. I respect you a lot, but
Right. Don't
I
fuck this
can
over.
only do so much.
Don't fuck this over.
Pretty much. So, but it was fucking good time.
Yeah.
Good time.
I would say, are you married? Kids?
No, I got engaged. I got
Okay.
5 kids. 5 kids, 4
Nice.
baby mamas.
4 baby mamas.
Dang.
right. Nice.
My life's
Fucking
rough. I know.
Thanos.
My life is rough, man.
Wow.
What ages are your kids?
Son just turned 14,
Okay.
12, 8, 5, and 2.5.
Man,
Yeah.
Damn.
that's a lot of kids, man. I thought 3 was a lot.
Man, yeah. I ain't trying to have no more, man.
Right.
Kids are expensive, man. You want to
Yes.
get me everything. You just like,
Yes.
a little jacked up truck I want to get, just whatever. You just
Right.
crazy. My little one, he gets just everything because his mom gets him everything. Her friends get him everything. I get him everything. So he gets everything.
Right.
Yeah.
I remember those days like Teron wanted to work extra, So he'd come in early. He's like, yeah, I got to save for my kids to get a swing set or something like that.
Yeah,
And then I'd
exactly.
be like, all right, Teron's going to come in an hour early. It means we can cut this hours and I can leave early and cool. And just like working all that shit out. Love doing that.
Right.
It's like the perfect end to a Friday. I was like, I'm leaving at 1.
Yeah.
Teron's coming in. I'm going to cut the fucking audit. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
And I'd have that store looking fucking perfect.
And
I'm
I
like,
was
we
cool
good?
with
And
that. I was like, yeah.
He's like, yeah, you good, man.
Go ahead and go. I got it. You know?
I was like, love you, Teron. I wouldn't even back out of my parking spot. I just drive over the curb. He's like, yeah,
It's Friday, bitches.
fuck you. He'd be sitting at the stoplight and Troy's out there panhandling. I'd
Running
drive by
over.
and flip him off.
Looking like a
Fuck
zombie.
you.
Like, man.
Yeah.
Gosh.
He'd be tweaking or something like
He was zombie mode every day.
one
all
time.
day.
So this customer comes in. They go, is it normal to have a guy swinging a stick around yelling the N-word at everyone in the parking lot? And I looked at the camera and it was Troy and I go,
Is Troy black or white?
he's white.
Of
and,
course.
and I go, is it normal? Yeah. And I go, should he be doing it? No.
No.
I was just like, I wasn't aware of it. I was like,
Right.
I will get it handled. And she's like, okay, thank you.
Right.
So then Josh comes out. I go, Troy. And I go, apparently Troy's out there swinging the stick around
stick.
and yelling the N-word. And I was like, you want to take care of it? He's like, oh, yeah. I go, ooh, there's cops on pump 4.
Yeah.
And I was like, go get him. And then some guy goes, oh, you're looking for the guy with the stick? And we go, yeah. I go, oh, he saw the cops. He threw the stick on the store, on top of the store, and took off running. I was like, all right, good enough.
Yeah.
Case closed.
It's crazy because I heard Troy's family is like rich. Like,
Yeah, and he'd go to rehab and stuff, and then he'd immediately like relapse. Like he didn't want their help and shit. He'd rather be a
Really?
fucking bum.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
God, that's
It was
amazing.
such a fucking moment of triumph when you get one of them arrested or something. It's just
Yeah.
like, fuck yeah, I don't have to deal with them. Like that would make or break
Exactly.
your Friday. So I'm just like, fuck, he's out.
right.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
Tide Pod Todd, whenever I get him arrested, I would look on the Tarrant County thing,
Man, he went
and it
in
would
jail, like-
show him. I'd say, okay, he's still in jail. He's still in jail. All right. And then one time I checked, it was like, he's not in jail. Fuck. Okay, he's
Yeah.
out.
He went in jail like 20 times, man. He
Yeah.
went in jail a
Oh,
lot.
I had him arrested a couple of different times. So
So,
Yeah.
then he got arrested from stealing from the dollar store. I seen him and so he got arrested like 20 times. Man.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know why that fool ain't in prison.
Yeah, no, you're like, why do y'all keep letting him
He'd
back
even
out?
text me like on my day off or something. The man, I was just at Kroger and Tide Pod Todd got caught stealing. And I'd be like, yeah,
Man.
At least we're not the only one he's taken
dude.
from.
It was we were such a fucking unit. Like we all communicated real well. We all kept the store up in our certain areas and shit.
Right.
It was such a badass feeling over there, and
Right.
we had that team like that. Those badass people. Because Ashley actually came and worked, covered for my meetings one time.
Oh.
Because we couldn't find coverage, and she was wanting to pick up shifts. And I was like, hey, can Ashley do it? I was like, technically, I'm not going to be working, so
Right.
she's just working at my store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jason was like, all right, yeah. I was like, dude, honestly, I'd rather have her. I know she's going to be able to handle it than
Yeah,
whoever.
yeah, for sure.
He's like, all right, I'll prove it. So she worked those 2 days. They're just like, holy shit, I see what you're talking about.
Right. Yeah,
And
your
then
eyes
she
get
was sitting
opened
there
up.
and she goes, this redheaded woman or whatever. I go, does she look like a white trash Whitney? And she goes, yeah, pretty much. I go, yeah, that's Mrs. Pod. I was like, that's Tide Pod Todd's girlfriend.
That's
Mrs.
amazing.
Pod.
Because there's that. There was a Flamin' Hot Fred. He looked like a big old Carl Winslow kind of guy, like real tall.
Right.
And he stole 2 bags of Flamin' Hot Cheetos one day on a Wednesday in the middle of my lunch rush. And I was on the register and he had them in his hands. And he was just standing around and he just walked out the door.
Right.
So I printed off his picture and nicknamed him Flamin' Hot Fred and said he likes to steal, Flamin' Hot Cheetos and blah, blah, blah. And then he comes in the next day and Josh was up there and we were on register and I went over to Josh and go, hey, I was like, watch that guy over there. He stole yesterday. I was like, we
Right.
need to get him. So
Right.
he's like, all right. And he saw me talking to him and staring right at him. He was, man, what'd you say about me? I was just like, I just told him to watch out for you. I was just like, what are you talking about? He goes, man, you just profile, blah, blah, blah. He goes, what's your name? I go, it's Jared. And he's just like, yeah, what's the store number? I was like, yeah. I was just like, by the way, I was like, is this you? And he's just like, yeah. I'll go, yeah, you stole from me yesterday. I was like, why don't I just call the cops while we're at it and we'll just get it all taken care of. Oh, no, I didn't steal. I was like, yes, you did. I was like, I saw you walk right out the door. I didn't steal. I was like, yes, you did. I was like, that's you walking out the door. You didn't even have it in a bag. Well, no, just sometimes I do that. And I was just like, you can't steal. And he's just like,
Sometimes I do that. I love
he goes,
that.
no, sometimes I don't get it back. I go, you didn't come up to the register. I was on the register. I was the only one. I was like, you stole from me. I was like, so if you're going to do this, let's do it.
Right.
And I was like, you can get out of my store. And he's like, come on, kid. And he has like his grandson there. I was like, fuck your grandpa, little boy.
Yeah, man. Every day was eventful over there.
Dude,
I
and
bet.
we had like a fucking stack of those pictures, like
Man, you
Oh,
just
did.
yeah.
brand new
We were
ones
printing
and
out
stuff.
pictures every day, like 2 or 3 pictures every day.
Who was the dirty guy one? Lina or what do we call him? The dirty guy from Charlie Brown. What's that dude's name? Pigpen.
Pigpen.
Yeah, you remember Pigpen?
Pigpen.
I fucking yelled at him. And I was like, "Don't you ever come back?" He's like, "Ever?" And I was like, "Ever."
Man.
Forever.
Sorry, Mr. Jared, or sorry, Mr. Gerald. And I was like, "Get out!"
Man, we had some funny days over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was so angry over there.
You were.
I was just ready to fight these motherfuckers all the time.
Right.
I know you was angry. You had all the stress for the store, all the
Dude.
store manager shit. You know what I'm saying?
Balance, because
I'm over there
if you
chilling
work in that
Right.
area, your
Right.
employees are going to live in that area.
Right.
So you're getting to get the fucking product that area produces.
Yeah.
Right.
So sometimes you're moved in and you can't afford, a lot. So you're in that area. But it's just, you have, what the fuck is that? Oh. We have our caller.
Our first caller.
But it's just sometimes you get good clerks out of that, and then sometimes you don't. You get
Right.
the ones that are just fucking lazy pieces of shit.
Yeah.
But sometimes you get the ones that know how to manage the store too, and you're just like, yeah. I was like, they
That's
battle
really
for the
good.
hood.
Yeah.
You remember Emily,
Emily.
that blonde girl that we
Yes.
had, just 2A for a while?
Yeah.
She was so emotional and shit. and
Always, everything.
Yeah.
That was
I'm like,
that,
I know. I'm like, Emily, handle it.
That ain't, no, she's not with old boy. Yeah, I remember that though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was good, but just whenever it got stressful, she would just
She
kind
would
of
get
like,
really
it's
stressful.
like, oh, really? Oh, really? I'm just like, what the fuck, bitch? I'm like, Emily, handle it now.
Breathe. Breathe.
I was just like, I told all of them, like, you give them one warning and then you call the cops.
Right.
I was like, they don't give any slack here.
Right.
Tell them, get out once. If they refuse, goodbye. I'm calling the cops.
Yep.
You can't.
You just
Yeah. You got to.
wonder how many of those people are still alive that I kicked out over there. What they're doing now. Or if I drove over there, if I see any.
Probably. I mean,
Fucking crazy.
some of them just never leave.
Yeah.
I drove over there like a month ago and I seen Troy.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
fuck.
was
Do you
like-
look the same?
Yes.
Damn.
Still walking fast and still looking at you making noises. I was like,
I know. I had to call the cops one time. I was like, he's not on my property, but Troy, I was like, there's a guy in the Troy's out in the intersection. If you tell the officers it's Troy, they'll know who he is.
Yeah.
It's like, he's out there swinging a stick at cars and stuff, so he's going to get himself hurt. Like, all right, we'll send some officers.
Golly.
It was funny because, like, you would just be able, we'd give, like, code names to him, and then the cops would start calling him that sometimes.
really?
It was
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
we see you in Troy. Well, that was his real name, but yeah.
What was his real name? Was that his real name?
Yeah, I think that was his real name.
What did we used to call him, though? He had a nickname, and
Yeah.
I don't fucking remember. It was a good one, though.
Right.
It was so funny.
For Troy.
Yeah.
Okay.
We had so many nicknames. I don't forget.
I don't even remember.
Yeah, we
like,
had names
all
for
of them.
everybody. It's crazy.
Because everyone, they either had a name or
Something
Sure.
went with their name, with their
it-
picture.
Yeah.
Right.
And you just always have those weird ones, and the ones. Did Richard used to come in there?
Richard.
The old older black guy. He'd always like sit there and buy like scratch offs, And he'd wear like silk pajama suits and have his little.
Okay,
remember him?
always playing lotto.
Yeah, he'd always buy his lotto. He's like,
Always
Miss
lotto,
Cootie
man.
man, give me another $5 scratch off.
Yeah, but like, get all your lotto together and come.
Like,
in
all right,
and
Richard,
get
it's
it
your last
go.
one, man.
Like,
I'd be over at 966 trying to stock the fucking lotto vending machine. He's all handing me 20, Miss Cootie man, give me that $20 one. I got a feeling. I'm just like, Richard. I was like, all right,
wasting
all right,
all
I'll
those-
figure it
all
out.
those little checks.
I took care of Richard, but I was just like, dude, he
Right.
was such a
Whole
pain in
check
the
up
ass sometimes. Do you remember him?
It sounds.
He
sounds
feel like he
familiar.
would always come in like silk pajamas.
Like,
Yeah.
And he had this little, I don't know, I just got paid.
Yeah.
And he'd always buy the
his
little,
checks hit.
what was it, the little pecan sandies or those little turtles.
Yeah, the turtles.
He'd get that,
That's
and he was
right.
like, give me $25 cash back.
I remember
I'd
that.
be like, Richard, I can do it 2 times, and that's it today. Okay,
Right.
okay.
Okay. Okay. Oh,
And
I'm
then
gonna
you
be
go-
playing lotto though.
And he'd always get his fucking water. He's like, Miss QT man, it's my lemonade, my water. And he'd take the lemon juice packets and he'd pour it in the water.
Yeah.
And he'd put sweet and low and he'd make his own lemonade because it's too fucking cheap.
This water, yeah.
Yeah, it's water.
Yeah.
Like, I know,
Yeah,
Richard.
he used to kill them turtles, but hey, them turtles was a good deal. It was $4 for $1. They were 25
Yeah.
cents back
Right.
then.
Yeah.
Right.
Now they're 69 cents.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. Those,
Yes.
All those damn little change makers went
Dude,
up.
when I started, 2 turtles are 5 cents. Now they're 19 cents. Mm-hmm. So when you want cash back,
Yeah.
ain't no.
I hated that every time. Bring me that for Tootsie Roll.
Yeah.
Give me $25 cash back.
$5 back.
My favorite. Give me 47 cents cash back. Like,
Man.
47 cents. Like, yeah. It's
That
like-
was the same way when food stamps was on paper. They
yeah.
actually had
Yeah.
money
Yeah.
as food stamps. They'd
Oh,
come
really?
in and give you a $20 bill or a $20 food stamp bill, and for a 5 cent,
And want the change.
so they can get $19.95 back in
Yeah.
regular cash.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you didn't have separate food stamp money?
yeah,
You did?
yeah.
Like,
'Cause for
You
for
kind of
like making
to.
change,
Yeah, you kind of had to, because if you could make change, you
you
will,
had to
but-
use it.
Yeah, but if you didn't have it, you had to use regular.
so wait,
money.
there's 2 sets of money? you
No, we
had?
just had it like off to the side on the far left, in that far left top area.
So they would get that and change back?
We can just give them,
So they would just give them food stamps back?
yeah, if you had it. So like if in that
So
scenario,
so if you had it,
They were
then
hoping
then
you
they
didn't
would.
have it.
right,
Oh, okay.
right,
But so if you didn't, then you had to give them cash?
Yeah.
right,
Okay, I see what you're saying.
right, because they were
I feel like I
trying-
vaguely remember that, but it was
back
it
in
was
Kansas, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it was phased out. It never
when
came to EDFW
when
or
we was
something.
coming up.
Right.
Yeah, it was kind of down here at QT. Yeah, we never had to deal with that.
Yeah.
But I remember food stamps, the actual
Yeah.
stamp, the
Yeah.
books. You know what I'm saying?
because I was a clerk. I had a night assistant that was, I don't know how he stayed with Quick Trip. He's not with Quick Trip anymore, but back then I was like, how the fuck do you not get fired? Because a person would come in with food stamps like, hey, I need a Tootsie Roll. He's like, yeah, fresh out. It's like, no, you got them right there. It's like, for you, I don't have any.
Damn.
I love those kind of employees.
Oh, man. He just,
Yeah.
It was like I was coming in like the last of the outlaw generation
Yeah.
kind of stuff where you had those employees that just didn't give a fuck. They were going to run that
yeah.
store. And you
Yeah.
got all these wimpy fucking people coming in. You're just
Yeah.
like,
I'd be mopping the floor, and he's like, well, fine, I'll get him to do it. Here, give me a he doesn't know how to run the register. And I'm just like, all right, I guess I'm a moron.
I had this clerk whenever I first started. His name was Cameron, and these Mexican guys, like worker guys, come up and they were buying tall boys, and he's sitting there and he rang them up and he told them, he goes, "You need a drinking and driving bag?" And they go, "Oh yeah, yeah." And he goes, "All right." And then he gets in and goes, "All right, be safe, don't kill no one." And then they walk in, "All right." And then I looked at him and go, "Dude, what the fuck?" He goes, "I don't know what I'm saying." I was just like, I go, "Really, dude? Shut up."
That's funny.
Like, wow. It was funny as hell. But-
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, are you done with kids or?
Yeah,
just-
yeah. I'm thinking I'm done with kids. I can't afford no more kids, man.
Right.
You know.
Dang.
Yeah.
So, do you have like a favorite or?
Nah, all of them.
They all got something cool going
Yeah,
on.
they all got something cool going on. Yeah, no favorites. Just
Do any of them have a chance of being like famous? You think?
I think my little 2-year-old, because he'll throw anything and it'll hit you. Always, just no matter what he throws at you, and it'll hit you.
Dang.
It's like a quarterback or a pitcher. Like he don't even know it yet. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I'm like, I mean, everything he throws. It can be a toy. It can be the pamper, the wipes, just whatever. It just
Damn.
hit you. Cup,
Ninja baby.
Yeah, man. Sometimes I be get mad if it hit me in the eye. I be like, what? Like, you know,
I can't be mad. I'm impressed.
Yeah,
Right, yeah.
I am.
Keep
I
that
really
arm.
am.
Keep that arm going.
Yes.
Man. So are you from here? Like,
Yeah, I'm from
is it
Westworth.
Westworth?
Yeah.
What school did you go to?
I went to Burton Hills and I went to Stripling and went to Arlington Heights.
Okay. Damn.
Yeah.
All right. Because I went to Castleberry.
Oh, you look at
Yeah.
Okay.
So we probably had this talk before.
Yeah.
Whenever I first came to the store. And
Yeah,
like, oh,
for
yeah.
So
Yeah.
Casper.
That's fucking weird. How long did you live over there? Like, you actually grew up over there?
Yeah, yep. Since I was born, 1983.
1983. Hell yeah. Well, what else do we want to talk about?
Whatever. I was just searching to see if anybody's commented yet, and still no.
No, I don't
Yeah.
think I don't know if anyone's really watching. I'm just
yeah.
like, we'll try it out
Yeah.
and see how it goes. But
We'll see how the next episode goes live and see how many
Yeah,
people participate
exactly.
in that one.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been going an hour and a half. So.
Yeah.
It's good. I'm here. I'm gonna have my girl and her friends start watching. You know.
Uh-oh.
Oh, good.
Shit.
Yeah. I mean, that's how you get followers. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Word of mouth, and it goes off from
Yeah.
there.
So, how long are you going to be going to Q2 for? Like, still, you retiring?
I
Plan
mean,
on-
nah. I mean, just as long as I can work. That's what that's because of what they got a 75-year rule in it, and I've only been there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the rule
19
of
years to be
75.
20. I'm only 40 years old, so I'd have to still do another 15 before I can retire with all the
damn.
benefits. So
Yeah.
I mean, now my focus is just putting more money in 401k, just getting that stocked up.
Heck yeah.
And so when it is time, then I can be like,
prepared.
all right, yeah.
Exactly. Be able to deuces and live a good life.
Yeah, for sure.
So, what kind of guy were you in high school?
Kind of guy was in high school, man.
Nerdy or like?
Yeah, I mean, I was a little player in high school. So, I had like 3 girlfriends at the same school.
Dang.
Oh man.
That's nice.
Just a little player, just a little pretty boy, But
That's badass.
yeah. it was a good life to
impressed.
live.
Because how old are you?
40.
40. So you're like a year older than me.
Yeah.
I'll be 39 in about a month,
Okay.
I think.
See, I just turned 40 August 6th.
Heck yeah, man. You know what I miss is those big old fucking stormy days at Las Vegas Trail, because
Big
you
stormy.
knew that the homeless weren't gonna be coming out.
Oh.
Man, yeah, it's like they'll keep them away.
Yeah.
He's like, we can get some
Stormy
shit
days.
done.
Yeah. When nobody come in, they want to get wet.
Oh yeah,
Right.
That was the best days.
Girls that want to get their hair wet, and dudes that want to get outfits wet. I mean, it was like our power went out.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Dude. I love whenever power go out. All right, cool. We ain't doing shit. Get out of the store. Like, drop what you have in your hand. Yeah, it was a beautiful thing over there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you've gone to Hawaii with QT, right?
Never.
Never?
Oh really?
What?
Yeah, I know. Never.
You've been there almost 20 years and you've never gotten to
Never.
go? Fuck.
Dude, the only thing I've won is like $100 one time, $500 one time, and like a week vacation one time, and that's all I've ever won.
Yeah.
I remember like those days of the employee meeting, and it was just like, all right, we got to wait. Because Teron would be like, he was real good about leaving there and coming straight there so we can fucking haul ass and get
Yeah.
good seats. Because I was always about
So-
getting a good parking spot and stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
I was like, if you're riding with me, we're going at this time. Then we haul ass over there. I was just, all right, anything crazy cool? He was like, yeah. He's like, don't spoil it. That was fucking crazy times.
Oh yeah.
Those are good old days.
It was-
Simpler times.
It was good old days when they used to give us gift checks. When I won 500,
Oh, yeah.
they give us American Express gift checks.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was like, yeah.
And then after a while, they put them on your paycheck and you got
Yeah,
taxed on it and stuff.
Because the government was like, oh, nah, we want some of that. So.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, do they still even do the employee meetings? I thought they heard that they were talking about.
I've been hearing people saying that they might be getting rid of them, but I don't
really.
I don't think, especially now that
You're gonna have like a
KT is the
holographic
president.
Chet.
Yeah.
Everyone just gathers around the world. It's like, I'm holographic Chet.
Yeah. When AI takes over,
Dude, has he talked at all about like anything with AI coming into QT or anything?
A little bit, to where it can like track what people have in their hand, and then they'll have little monitors up at the check stand to where as soon as they put their stuff down, they'll already know exactly what they got and already be rung up.
Dude.
See, AI gets real deep. I seen this thing on AI, and it showed like people. It basically knows what you're gonna do. It's like it said it knows when people are gonna steal and stuff. I was
Right.
like, damn.
Yeah, it knows patterns.
That's
and
deep, boy.
all
Like,
that stuff.
yeah. How you gonna know if someone's gonna steal? You know,
Right.
I mean,
I
I
know.
do
Exactly.
because I taught you, but I
Yeah.
know because I've been around that the stores like that. You know,
It's a gift.
Right.
But
Like,
yes.
okay,
With some AI
Ashley said she's sending questions to ask.
Uh-oh.
Apparently, Jared is falling down on a job.
Yeah.
Okay.
This thing's not working.
Okay, Teron still have his fan club.
No.
I swear, any store he went to woke followed from other stores.
Till I done retired, I don't mess around no more. it started costing me too much. I started getting tired.
That was the funniest thing. Is when one of his girls would come in and she'd be pissed at him or something. He's just like, "Oh man, I gotta go talk to her real quick." It's like, "All right." I'm like, Teron, I'm leaving on time. He's like, "I got you, man." Okay, and then
That's funny.
women fall. Okay, and then craziest QT story: Jared and Teron.
Crazy
So.
QC story.
What's yours? She don't want to know mine because she lived all mine,
Yeah.
basically.
Probably.
Man.
Exactly.
Give a shit less about you, Jared.
Craziest QT story. Oh man. I'd have to say this one time this lady, I think it was back in 05, 06. I was at Malak Mayfield, and this one lady, crazy lady, she came in because her card declined, and she was mad at us. And this back then it was the old Gen 2s, like it was the old Gen 2s, like the first setup where the cigarette drawer slid all the way down.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Push them all the way down.
Yeah, it was them. And man, this lady, she threw everything all the way in front of the register. And so in the front of the register was like the candy rack and the chips and
Right.
stuff. She knocked all that stuff down. She was mad at us because our card declined.
Right.
And I'm just like, man, why? Like, what do you want us to do?
Right.
And then she still wanted us to set her pump. Like, I was like, your card declined.
Yeah, you
like,
got to pay for it, man.
yeah,
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying? And but what it was that that year is when we first went prepaid. So I'm like, you're probably stealing gas, and now you can't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't know.
What am I going to do?
Yeah, I couldn't say that, but I was thinking that. I was like, yeah, you must want them people that hit pay inside and drive off. You know what I'm saying? You remember that?
It's crazy.
Can't do that no more. You know what
Right.
I'm
I know.
saying?
Back in those days, I put like $3 in quarters in my Mazda pickup truck.
And have a tank.
And I'd have about half a tank. I could drive from where I lived over by Burgers Lake, River Oaks area,
Oh, yeah.
out to Azle to my cousin's house, drive around for the weekend, then still drive back and have money or like have gas in the tank.
Dang.
I was like, dude,
Right. Oh man,
those are good old days.
I've got so many. My favorite one is running the hood store in Wichita. I had this guy every week. It felt like he'd come in, and I'm bald, white guy, so obviously I'm a skinhead to anybody that I piss off.
Yeah.
And so I'd always piss this guy off because I wouldn't sell him alcohol, or he'd be $1 short, and I wouldn't give it to him because it's alcohol, and I wouldn't let anybody else give him money either. And so he would just always, you're a racist skinhead, motherfucker, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, whatever. And then one time he was just really going over the top. I'm 2 lines deep. It's a 2.5. And And I couldn't get the guy out of my store. Finally, I'm just like, sir, you've been doing this to me for the last couple weeks. I have stage 2 cancer. Do you know that? That's why I have no hair, man. I have stage 2 cancer. And you're treating me like this all this time, calling me skinhead, racist, all this. And then all these customers started to attack this guy. Not like physically, but just like,
Yeah.
You motherfucker.
I can't believe you're talking to the QT man like that. He's got cancer, and you're calling him a skinhead, racist. I'm like, and all of those guys just fought my battle for me. I'm like, all right, this is cool. I'll just step back. And then they're just like, man, I'm going to pray for you. I'm okay, well, it's kind of a lie. I just wanted him out of my fucking store.
Yeah. It worked. I don't have no more.
Yeah.
Cancer's great.
Yeah.
Put it to rest.
Same store. It was Thanksgiving. And I was working. It was snowing. It was like 5 degrees outside Wichita. And we're right next to a halfway house. There's a halfway house, there's like another empty building next to us, our lot, and then there's that halfway house. And this guy, I'm outside sweeping the lot and getting some ice melt down and everything. And I see him coming out of the halfway house. And he's fully clothed, he's all bundled up, all that. I make it inside. I start running register. By the time he gets halfway down the sidewalk, he's got no coat on. You can see his layers of clothing as he's taking them off. I'm like, the fuck is this going on? And so the cop is in, or one of the cops that is usually in our store, he's out of uniform, and he's just standing there. I'm like, what is this guy doing? He's like, oh, man, I bet he's on drugs. And by the time he gets to the intersection, he is butt naked. Butt naked on Thanksgiving at a very busy intersection. Even for Thanksgiving, we were pretty damn busy. So he calls, I call the cops. They send 2 female officers to come and take care of this guy.
Damn.
Well, we made it very clear that there's a
His
male.
PP is out. It's not very big, but it's out there.
Especially in 5-degree weather.
Yeah.
He's really lacking.
Sir, quit drying up in my leg. Damn.
But yeah, working at all different types of stores and being, I was every position except for IT. I never made IT, but I was a CT. I was one of the very first CTs in Wichita. We had 4. We started out with 4, and I was one of them.
You made the first clerks?
Yeah.
Damn.
I was at them.
Dope.
Dang, that's what's up.
You just went out to like other businesses, like
Yeah.
right now, QT.
Yeah, I was getting trained. I was being trained by someone because I was going 2A, because from clerk you can go straight to 2A back then.
Yeah.
And so I was being trained to be 2A, and the trainer training me knew about this new position coming up, the clerk training position. And it's like, man, you've been a clerk for 3 years. You should go out for this. And I'm like, okay. So I applied for it and I got it. And just the very first meeting was just, music to my ears, because, I knew what it was like to train in a store without a trainer, and not only is it hard on the trainee, but it's hard on the store team too, to try to train you because you're so busy. And, it was just a blessing. When I was seeing that, I was like, oh, this is cool. And then I got to go to corporate, Tulsa, Oklahoma. I'm 18 years old.
Dang.
And they're entrusting me
Did
with
you
all
wear a
this stuff.
suit?
No, I just
Pussy.
I didn't wear a suit at all. But just getting the talk, Chester was there. Chester came in.
Damn.
He didn't run the program, but David Wilkerson ran the program. He's no longer with Quick Trip. He retired a long time ago. But just how he brought it up and how we were meeting about it. And I mean, we were basically writing procedures for it and getting the pay down for it. I mean, we were the frontier of that position. And it was just really cool. And I'm like, man, I'm 18 years old and this company's entrusting me to do this shit? Like, okay.
You're like fucking Ferris Bueller.
And that's when it was hooked on me, and we kept having meetings as a group, as a clerk trainer group, and with our TM, and talking through problems. And it's like, yeah, this works and that doesn't, and all the different things. And it was really cool. So that's when the hooks really dug into me, and I was like, okay, this can definitely be a career, more than just a job.
Yeah.
So So seeing that, and then I went 2A, 1A store manager, been to Phoenix, been to Tucson, been here. Just lots of stories. Lots. Some good, some not so good. Probably shouldn't say on air. But
Got it.
because I remember back in the day when I was a clerk, when people would steal gas, we could cross the threshold and go outside and confront. And my manager at the time, she's like, hey, that van just took off, didn't pay for gas. And they went towards the intersection and they got a red light. So I'm like, oh, I got him. So I'm running after him. Well, I didn't see that our sprinkler system just went off. It just shut down. So our grass is wet. I hit it and I'm like, oh shit, the grass is wet. And I then hit pavement. Well, now my shoes are soaking wet. I can't stop. And I slam into this fucking van.
You didn't pay for gas, motherfucker.
Right on the passenger side. I'm like coming to, it kind of stunned me a little bit. And they rolled down their windows like, what? I'm like, you didn't pay for gas? Like, yes, I did. Like, my manager said you didn't pay for gas. So you got to get back in there and pay for your gas. Yeah. So she turns around and she just lets my manager have it. She did pay for her gas.
Oh, motherfucker.
She paid, and my manager made a mistake. And it was not a good thing. The supervisor came out. She didn't get fired or demoted or anything, but she got a long talking to.
Damn.
Especially about sending your 17-year-old clerk out after him. It's like, you don't know what they could have had, or they could have taken him. It's like, nobody wants to take me. They would have brought me back. It's like, you can have him back. But
That sucks.
I just remember hitting that wet grass and then hitting that pavement and just slamming into that van.
You had to play it off like you're just like, I'm the crazy one.
I meant to hit your van.
I'm the one they send.
Man.
It was crazy. Those times were nuts. We were able to throw things at their car.
That's
like we would throw baby food jars.
Damn.
Because we sold baby food.
Yeah.
And so we would have baby food in the check stand.
Yeah.
And if somebody gas ripped us, the code was Dr. Pepper over the intercom. And I'd come running out. And I
like
played
fucking a warrior, like
yeah.
Braveheart of
Yeah.
fucking QT.
They tossed me the baby food jars like that gray pickup who's leaving the lot. I'd run out there and I'd chuck it and hit the tailgate of it. And so they'd get on the phone to the cops like, yeah, they're going south on Broadway, gray Ford or gray Chevy truck with baby food all over the back tailgate.
Tagged them.
That's how they could tell that it was us.
Hell yeah.
And I think something happened. I think baby food went through a window at a
shit.
store. Not
Killed
me.
someone.
It wasn't me. It hurt somebody pretty bad.
Hell yeah.
And so we got a long talking to, and
You can't do it no more.
all that stuff stopped. Yeah, they found out about the code word Dr. Pepper over the intercom, and so that was like, don't be saying Dr. Pepper bullshit over the phone or over the intercom. And yeah, it was a different world, man. The 90s it was a different world.
That's the QT I miss. Like, I had a taste of that at the very tail end, and then it went into, like, the very corporate one. And it was just like,
it got very corporate, and, but, for good.
Yeah. Because it was fun.
But you can still have fun, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was
people still
fun
need to have
having fun with your clerks.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, it was just fun getting that team together to where you just had a good time. You enjoyed working. Like, those are my favorite days. Especially, probably some of my favorite shifts were at 867 because we weren't busy on Mondays.
Right.
And I was a 2A there. So that was like my Friday. And plus, I had the clerk trainer there, Trinity. And I hung out with her, and we were real cool. And she usually had a couple trainees. So she's like, I'm going to have them do this and this. And she would have me, like, train them on how to do coolers and stuff because I was a fucking, Nazi.
Skinhead Nazi.
But no. I was like, no. But I was so, like, particular with my coolers.
Right.
And I was just like, dude, this is going to be fucking perfect.
Right.
And because she said that one of the people that I trained, whenever she called for feedback, they said that they were amazing at coolers. And she was like, I had to tell you that. I was like, hell yeah. She's like, so from now on, you train coolers. And I was like, I would make deals with her. I was like, I'll train them on coolers, but you got to do this for me. And you got to I'd trade off and shit.
That's awesome.
So I had that. That was like my easy day. It was perfect. I was like, had a good clerk system going on. I was like, man,
Yeah.
this is the life. So
Let's say you're right. I mean, there's a lot of people out there, not just store managers.
give me a rainy day at that store on a Monday where it's just easy, just staying around chilling. We'd be making like stupid just stuff and everything. And
have fun with your employees. Yeah,
Oh,
get to know them. Even, whether you're at a hood store or a super busy store. I mean, I'm running one of the busiest stores, but we're still having fun.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't want that to lack in our customer service and our production, but you still want to have fun. You
Friendship.
do different things. But have different challenges too. That's a lot of things that don't go on anymore, where people challenge each other on running trash or doing a cooler or something like that.
This clerk in San Antonio, I challenged him. I said, if you can stock the beer and not miss any outs of what we have, then I'll give you, I think, like a $10 gift card. But for every out you have, you owe me like 5 push-ups or whatever. So I go in there, and I was real good about, and I was like, okay, that's out. Okay, I know we have that there. All right. He had like 6 out, so he owed me like 30 push-ups. I was like, all right, you owe me 30 push-ups right now. So I'm going to give you 15 more minutes. Be like, you can either do that. I was just like, you can either do that, or I was like, you want 15 more minutes? He's like, okay. So so he ended up owing me like 15 push-ups at the end. I was just like, fuck yeah. But I was like, it got him motivated. I was like, hell yeah.
Right.
I got to slap these fucking clerks in shape. So
What it's all about.
I don't know if clerks are like that anymore.
Man.
We just have the solid ones, or they're just all horrible now.
It was really bad during 2020, 2021. We all know that. We were just trying to hire whatever we could.
Yeah.
But here lately,
Been
I
alright.
feel it's gotten better.
It's been all right. Yeah, it's gotten better.
It's gotten a lot better.
We still got some of the trash, but
Yeah.
not a lot of
Fucking
trash,
floaters.
Yeah, I got one that slipped through training somehow, and I'm working on him right now. The whole team's working with him, but I don't know if it's going to get any better. But and they do. It's just like an interview. Some people just ace interviews for whatever reason. They can do it. They can sell themselves really well, and they get in the door. But it's up to us to, and then they do well in training too. They they pass. However, sometimes here lately too, we've had 3 trainees with a trainer. And that can get a little complex, and something could slip to where they kind of see that, okay, they're decent, they'll make it. But if they were single, if they were just by themselves, they would really see, okay, this person's not cutting it.
Yeah.
So,
it all depends on the trainer too. Because I had a trainer, Jade Chavez. She trains.
Oh yeah,
you know who she is?
I heard. Yeah,
Man,
I heard of her.
She
I done none of these things.
Yeah,
She's 2-8 now, but dude, she'd have 3, and she'd be like, "You got 10 minutes to do that.
Yeah,
you got 15 minutes to do that. You got trash. Your time starts now." I mean, Jay was on it.
Yeah,
and every clerk she trained was good. Turned out to be good. They still work for the company. Some of these clothes I get now, I'll be like, "Who trained you?" Well, like, can I use my AirPods? AirPods you're in a quick start. No, you cannot.
Yeah.
Like,
my trainer said as long as I.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm like, this is your quick start. Why are you asking
Like,
that?
not now. No,
Yeah.
we got to establish a certain amount of respect. So.
Yeah.
No, I hate like.
It's almost like, why didn't you count back change to that? Oh, my trainer never showed me how to do that. What the fuck?
Whenever I was at 867 next to the office in Euless, Abby was the morning trainer, Abby Jesso or whatever, and she was fucking on those clerks. She'd be like, because I'd work with her on Thursday morning sometimes, and she'd be trying to get them to do an upkeep, and she'd be timing them and stuff. She's like, "You want to see if I can do it? Okay." And then she'd run through it, and she'd be like, fucking like 20 minutes or something, and she'd be like, "That's how you do it."
That's how you got to show them some.
She was down their fucking throat and stuff. I was like, hell yeah. I was like, if you got trained by Abby, like whenever I would be getting a new clerk, it'd be like trained by, oh, yeah, cool.
Right.
Like you'd love that.
When
And
you
you'd
see
be like,
that.
this trainer sucks, man. It's going to be an idiot clerk. And
Yeah.
and then I'd like look up their Facebook and stalk them a little bit and be like, God, this guy's going to be stupid. Then you see him their first day. It's like, what's up? Oh, what's up?
Oh, God.
God.
Yeah, here we go.
You're just a walking armpit.
Right.
That was the fucking worst.
Because clerk trainers, when I learned to have the whole "come to Jesus" talk, is what they call it in the trainer world. Come to Jesus, where you take them in the back, they're not getting it. Whether it's the register or whatever, they're just not getting it. They're not right for Quick Trip.
Yeah.
So you sit them down. You're just like, hey, this isn't for everybody. This is why we do training, to train you for one, but for two, to make sure that you like the job and that you want to do this job, because it's not for everybody. So you got to really think about this. You need to go home and consider if this is something that you can see yourself doing, because as you see, you've had to sign off on a lot of things that you're not completing. Yeah. So if we keep going down this road, the end result's going to be
you fail, motherfucker.
Yeah, letting you go. When
I want you to make that choice.
Right. It'd be better if you chose that path for yourself. That way you can always come back and rehire and blah, blah, blah. But if you get dismissed, the opportunity of you coming back would be a lot slimmer. Yeah. And so typically the next day they don't show up, or they call you and it's like, yeah, I'm going to resign.
I remember that. You'd be standing in the check stand, like, well, guess they're not here. It's like, all right, you're doing extras.
Guess I'm doing the cooler today.
So I get to go home at 8? It's like, we'll see.
Yeah. They always want to say that.
Yeah.
I love that.
But every once in a while, you'd get that brave soul that comes walking through the door and like,
they
all right.
fucking showed up.
But when they do that, I just take them off to the side. I'm like, okay, you know what you need to work on, right? And if they give me that deer in headlight stare, like, dude, bro, no. Okay, we're ending it now.
Get the fuck out of here.
We're done. No. If you can't even remember what I just told you yesterday, then no. But if they would say it's like, yeah, I got to get my upkeeps down. I got to make sure that I say all my contacts, but like, okay, cool. Well, let's work on that. And you got like an hour. That first hour, you better shine bright. Because if you don't, I'm making my phone call.
And you're done.
You're done.
Motherfucker.
Man, this one time I told this clerk, he's like, I got 30 minutes. What you want me to do? I said, just make buns. He's like, how I do that? I said, just watch Register.
You trusted with cash more than showing him how to put a button.
Because he run Register all right.
Teron, very...
He did register all right, but I was like, you don't
know how to put a bun in a plastic boat?
And I went home and asked my girl, I said, hey, if I asked you to make buns, how would you do it? She's like, probably put the bun in the thing and close it. I was like, yeah, exactly.
And she doesn't work for us, right?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
I love those clerks over the fucking speed demon ones.
Yes.
You just hear them just...
Yeah.
He's like, holy fuck, I got 9 trays done. He's like, all right, that's enough.
I know. Yeah,
what the fuck?
My clerks will have ice bagging contests. Not just how
fucking
much
nerds.
or how quick you can bag it, but how much.
Yeah.
Like they'll put one of those bun racks, the blue bun racks, at the end of the dolly to where it's all even, and they just stack it all up. It's awesome. Like
how high have they gotten?
Past it, like past that to where it's as tall as me. I'd say 1, 2, 3, 4, probably 14, 16 stacked high. And I think you can do about 8 to 9 long. So 8, 9, 16 up. Yeah.
Were they able to move with it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they didn't let it fall. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember working at that ballpark in Lamar on opening day. So it's back whenever partials, it would come out and it would have a message saying there's one partial available or whatever. And for managers, I was sitting there and I'd wait for it, and the exact second to click. And
I remember that.
And then you look, and then you sit there, look, and you stare at that screen.
Click partial 15 seconds before, and
you have to click and hold it.
Right.
The shit would work.
And then you'd let. And someone taught me that trick, and I was just like,
damn.
And then you'd stare at the other screen, and then yellow message pop up.
Yeah, you already know.
No partials available. Like, fuck!
I didn't get it.
And then, so I'm at Ballpark in Lamar, opening day for the Rangers. It's on a Friday, and I'm just like, and I look, and shoots, it says, 1 partial available. And then the phone rings, and I just go, I shot my fist in the air, and then the 2A answers it, and then it just goes like that. Yeah. And I go, Because Jared, they're just like,
I
oh,
did
this
the
is
help
Todd
desk.
from the help desk.
Yeah.
Just call and let you know you got your partial. Whenever one gets there, you can go free to go home.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Todd.
You're my best friend now, Todd.
Yeah. All right, love you. What are you doing later?
You sound hot.
Yeah. And Juan fucking hated me because I always partial.
On
And
his
he'd get
shifts.
there, yeah. And
Oh,
you remember
no.
Juan?
One hoe.
He drove that big ass black F350.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He got his own business now. He quit and
Yeah,
he got
yeah.
construction
But
business.
dude, that guy,
Yeah.
Juan Diaz, he was a
Yeah, Juan
manager
Diaz.
for a while.
He
in
became
Jason's
manager,
area, I
and he-
believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
He always looked like he had a military haircut, like
Yeah.
Okay.
real light skinned Mexican guy.
He's a little
Right.
short, a little
Right.
clean cut. Yeah.
Me and him like irped a lot around the same areas and stuff, and he always had to cover partials for me.
Right.
And he showed up and he was like, "Man, do you ever fucking work?" And I was just like,
No.
sorry, bro." And so
Is that back when we didn't have limits?
Yeah,
Okay.
like I was a master at it. And
So
so Stephanie Schwartz was a trainer, and she was training the new RA there. And she came from the back room because it was back when the ice was right by the check stand in the
Okay.
wall, and she had a dolly full of ice.
Right.
From the back room to there, it was picked clean.
Oh.
And I was like, this is going to be that kind of day. I was like,
Right.
fuck this. I'm so glad I got a partial. I bought me a donut and got me a chocolate milk. I was like, have a good night, Dave. And I just left and went home. I was like, I don't give a fuck if Ashley's mad at me. I ain't working there that day.
I'm sure there were several times where Ashley came home and
Oh,
saw you
yeah.
and
That
like,
was the
"What
worst thing
fuck?"
is I get home and then I go into the bedroom and she's like, why are you home?
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm partial.
I partial. You son of a bitch.
He's like, oh fuck. But the good thing, we text her in the morning on the way, like, oh, is there any partials available? Like, 19. And I'm like,
Oh, that's
all
right.
yeah.
With her being an IT,
I love that
she
little
could see
trick.
that. Yeah, that's right.
She'd be like, there's 19 partials available. I'm like, all right, I got a chance.
Then she gets out the phone. Son of a bitch.
Literally, whenever I'd wake up, I'd be like, morning. And then she would say that, like, oh, there's 13 partials available. Maybe you get a partial. We can go do this. Like,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
fair.
maybe I could do that. Like, I totally missed work to hang out with you today. He's like, I don't want to fucking work. So, oh, the good old fucking days.
Oh yeah.
So, do you think your kids are going to grow up to work at QT?
Yeah, because they like QT so much right now. They probably
Yeah.
would.
I feel like it'd be cool. How many people have you gotten hired on? Like a lot?
Probably like 5 assistants, probably like 3 clerks, probably like 8 people.
Damn.
My whole career, yeah.
Are they all still with the company or?
Uh-uh.
Nah, they all got fired.
And
They all
it
stole.
was back then too when it was like they gave you all the money up front for your.
Oh, really? They didn't
yeah.
pay it out like over a
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
So it's probably just
Every
getting
3
anyone
months.
hired. Just hey, tell me you
Yeah.
know me. I love that. Whenever he'd be
care who
over there
you are.
talking to so he's like, oh yeah, just tell him you know me.
Yeah.
Be like, Teron, quit hitting on these people.
Yeah.
I hardly let anybody put my name on, and
I know.
it got to where the
Now I
office
don't.
would call me. The office would be like, "Hey, this person just put your name down. Do you know him?" I was like, "No, I don't fucking know him." It's like I didn't think so. It's
Yeah.
like we don't see your name on these. Like, yeah, I'm very picky.
I used
Yeah.
to do it a long time ago, but lately I've been past 10 years. I don't really do it no more.
Yeah.
It would be, I don't know. You don't know who they are really. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. I never successfully got anyone hired where they actually stuck. I got some people hired and then they fuck off or quit for something. I'm like, dude, I told you it was a fucking hard job when you started.
Right.
Dumbass.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You got to
one-
give it time and.
When one dude, he was like, yeah, I applied, put your name down. He was like, they ain't coming back though. I was like, oh, okay. I said, did you put like weekends, holidays, everything? He's like, yeah, but I got a robbery pending. I was like, well, shit, they're not gonna hire you.
Yeah, motherfucker.
You're fucked, bro.
You do know that you
I'm
have
like-
access to all the money in the fucking store. And if you're
I'm
known
like-
for stealing,
Right.
Yeah, I'm like, man. He said, I ain't went to court yet, but it's pending. I was like, yeah, bro, they're gonna see
they
that.
ain't going to work.
Yeah.
When
Motherfucker.
it's not pending and it's solved, and it's in your favor, as in they
Yeah.
don't pin it on you, come
Yeah.
talk to us.
Yeah.
Till then,
Okay.
But then that's when I was
my
like, yeah,
God.
I'm never referring to anybody. I don't know. Because,
Yeah.
like you say, I don't know. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Teron,
I
you,
knew
have
it
a
was a
f-
customer.
you had a fan. Diode Nerd. How's tricks, buddy? I told you I would subscribe. Peter the Barber. I used to cut your hair.
Huh?
Peter the Barber.
Peter the
He
Barber.
used to cut your hair.
Shit. Let me see.
Said, how's tricks, buddy?
How's tricks?
I don't know what that means,
I
but
don't know.
Uh-oh.
he said he told you he'd subscribe. Peter the Barber. He used to cut your hair.
I don't know.
How's
Barbers,
tricks?
Barbers always have nicknames. I don't know. Like
Tricks, man.
Tricks.
Tricks, buddy.
I don't know.
How's tricks, buddy?
I don't know.
It's Peter the Barber. I told you I subscribed.
I don't know. I don't really know right now.
You don't know Peter the Barber? How many barbers
I
you
don't
had?
think So I've had a lot of barbers.
Are you making this guy up?
No, it's on the chat. Yeah, I'm schizophrenic. I just having a glance, like, oh, cool, we got someone else on here.
Yeah.
That's cool.
No, it's like people have been coming in and out tonight, so it was like it's kind of fun.
Yeah. I just can't see the messages. I'll have to see what I'm doing wrong. I see everything else, but I'm
just
not
watching
seeing
the
messages.
thing and then just having the chat over there.
See, that's why I had it up. I keep
You're not
refreshing.
doing it right. You're broken. It's
I'm just not technically savvy. That's just where it is. Because when I was doing the Failed podcast, I did the Failed podcast.
oh yeah.
Monday
I forgot we
with
need
Sam.
to talk about that a little
Yeah.
bit.
And he was, showing me all the different things that he's doing, and
Yeah,
he was
he's working
talking
a lot.
Oh yeah.
I like his creativity, and he came up to the antique mall actually yesterday.
Oh cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was, and Eddie was there, who was my Uncle Jack's
Oh,
friend.
yeah.
He was up there the same day too.
What?
And I was just
Okay.
like, dude, two good guys, So I talked with them a little bit, but
Have you listened to the podcast? Did you?
yeah,
See it? Okay.
yeah, I listened to it all. So
Yeah.
I'm like, man,
Because we were
pretty
kind of
good.
talking about first mic, second mic, and all that.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, Jared's.
Yeah.
I don't know any of that stuff, And
I know.
I was looking at all his stuff. I'm like, yeah, all this stuff that you're doing. And then he gets on my Instagram. He sees my Instagram. It's like, what the hell? I'm like, yeah, I don't know what
I
I'm doing.
know.
I don't have anything up. I didn't have a picture of myself in there.
I know. You gotta
I'm
learn
like,
to promote yourself.
I know. So
I know.
yeah.
I take pictures and shit and all that. So I mean, it's actually speaking of that, I gotta take our little video. So
Oh yeah.
hey, it's Teron.
Yeah.
Rock
And
on.
it's still Teron. And it's me. And we're live. I think so. Hey. Okay.
But
That's good.
oh, what's that?
No, it's I was trying to record the video, but it's also I can just pull it straight from YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Because I was thinking that, and I was like, crap, and then I was like, oh wait, never mind. I don't even worry about that. So
Right.
that's gonna help me out with editing. Anyway, so. Oh man, what else do we want to ask him? I thought there was one more thing, maybe. I don't know. Oh, what other jobs did you have before this? Like, because when did you get started here?
2004. Like I said, I was 21. From my 18 to 20s, I was just doing temp service, just warehouse jobs, Nokia, Motorola, just whatever paid. Yeah.
You found QT. So,
Yeah.
like, who's been the one that's just been the one, like, standout person to you in your career?
Stand-up person, I'd have to say Misty, because she was always almost in my corner. She always wanted me to do better. She was always asking Shaw about me when Shaw was my manager.
Oh, yeah.
She always was just inquiring about me. She just really cared about me. She always wanted me to do her sign crew. She was just she was there for me a lot.
That's badass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
And then being the supervisor, like what? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of gives a little more credibility.
Yeah, for sure.
I only had to work with her. She was over my store for like 2 weeks, and then I moved to Las Vegas Trail.
Oh, for real.
So literally, I worked with her for 2 weeks, and I had to fire my NA during that time because she was doing false refunds and just
Dang.
pocketing money.
Really?
And, yeah, because I was just so happened I was actually doing my job that week, and I was looking at the what's the tracking
The
thing?
refund.
No, the cash register accuracy
No, all the
journal report.
the yellow and blue. It's like your P&L stuff, but it's like week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4.
Oh,
P&L.
No, it's not P&L. It's every week it updates on Fridays.
Fuck.
But I always check that, and
Just
you
the
can see the
history.
refunds were like in the red or whatever. So now I looked, and like refunds were like $262 that week. I was like, what the fuck? So I looked, and they were a lot on her shift.
Right.
And then I see that she's looking through her hold tickets, and then she types it in that she paid for it, and then she hits refund, and then she just gets the scanner and just goes beep, beep, and starts scanning like 5-hour energies, and then scans something else, and then she tolls it out and takes the change and just pockets it.
Wow.
And then like later on in the shift, I see her go and get like some antifreeze and hit refund and beep, and then just totaled it out, and then she gets change and pocket it.
Right.
And then I was just like, are you fucking that stupid?
Yeah.
So it's pretty cut and dry. So, and I caught it like immediately, like it had happened that week, and I was just like, fuck yeah, I got it. Jason, I did my job. So,
Finally, I did my job.
yeah. So, because he would always bring the copy of it whenever he would come, but I can't remember what it was called, but whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, and then Misty had just started over there, and then we had to fire her like the first time I had to have Misty out of my store.
Right.
So I was just like, I've never fired anyone. She's like, oh, okay. So I was like, so you know why we're here? And she's like, yeah, it's from false refunds. I was like, yep.
Got
So-
you, bitch.
Yeah.
So I was like, bah! Punched her in her mouth. Don't you ever do that again. So how would y'all's Thanksgiving?
It was good. I was out for the first time in
What?
my whole career. Because
Normally,
normally,
I was like, you always work.
yeah, it normally comes on a Thursday. So I've always been, I was NA, RA for a little bit, but mostly 2A and been in 1A for a long time. So I've been working it, you know.
Crazy.
But yeah, we had a lot, man. We had 2 turkeys, a ham.
Damn.
I smoked some ribs.
Man,
and
I
then
should've
the
came over to your
sides.
house.
And I smoked 2
I
whole
forgot.
chickens.
He's always coming in every Monday. Oh boy, I smoked these
Yeah.
ribs this weekend. And I'm just like, damn. I was like, you need to bring me some.
And then with our sides, we had dirty rice, seafood pasta, seafood dressing. That's really good. If y'all ever had
Seafood dressing?
Man, bro, it's like a Louisiana Southern kind of thing. It's really good, bro. It's so good.
Make my penis hard.
It has like crawfish tails in it. Like it's
girl.
it is so good.
Nice.
Then we had deviled eggs, yams, green beans, and we had a lot, man. Mac and cheese too. Yeah, dude, I had to get I couldn't fit everything on one plate.
I bet.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was at Alex's house. I went over there for Thanksgiving, and Ken did duck, and then he had lamb. And they had fucking good turkey that his mom did. And I was just like, damn. So, and then Ken had these stuffed mushrooms he did, and then these bacon wrapped jalapenos.
Yeah.
All this fucking gourmet
See,
shit.
I like that.
Right.
Do something different.
Yeah,
after
right.
Thanksgiving, You
I
know
was
what I'm
like,
saying?
hell yeah.
Like, yeah.
I ate, and then I passed out during the Cowboys
Oh,
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, once you eat that turkey or any of that food, it just, and then you sit there and start watching the game in the background.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
automatic
I
knockout.
was just like,
Yeah.
well, plus, I couldn't fall asleep the night before.
Oh,
Wednesday going into Thursday,
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't fall asleep. I laid in bed. I got home because Wednesday we closed at 3. I don't know if you know, I run basically manage the antique mall my dad owns over on Camp Bowie.
Oh, okay.
So I've been doing that for a couple years now, I guess.
Okay.
So I've been working over there. But we closed at 3 on the day before Thanksgiving, and then we were closed on Thanksgiving. So when we closed, I went over to Alex's house and just hung out, and then we went and picked up wings, I think, at one point. So I got home at like 10 or so, and I was in bed about that time. And I laid there and laid there and laid there. And
That
I
sucks.
couldn't fucking sleep.
I ate that.
And then finally at like 5:45, 6 o'clock, my stomach was really hurting. And I was just like, well, I'm fucking hungry because I haven't eaten in 12 hours. So so I got up and I ate, laid in my recliner down, finally fell asleep about 6:30. And then at like 7:45, my alarm went off because that's normal time I get up to go to work. Like I get up at like 7:45 because I have to leave it by about 9:30, 9:45.
Right.
And that gives me plenty of time to be a bum and shit. And so I was doing that, and I was just like, crap. And my alarm went off. I forgot to turn it off, and I was like, okay, well, I'm awake now. I only had an hour of sleep, and then I couldn't go back to sleep. I was like, shit, well, I'm going to be tired today on Thanksgiving.
Right.
So once I ate that food, and then I was sitting there watching Cowboy, I was just...
You're done. Yeah.
Yeah, I had it off. Like I said, Alex worked for me, so he worked a double. And I worked a double Friday, but I took him a big plate. You know, he was I dropped it off. 2 minutes later, he texted me like, dude, this is good. Oh, my God. I was like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It was a big old plate.
Yeah, I'm supposed to go to my mom's tomorrow she's doing Thanksgiving over
cool.
there. So
Okay.
hopefully there's some leftovers.
2 Thanksgivings. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Mandy, my wife, she cooks up everything. She does turkey, stuffing, all the stuff. I basically just contribute with my bacon wrapped eggs. I'll make those.
Dang.
yeah.
Bacon wrap eggs?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, I hard boil or I boil eggs and then let them sit overnight, and then I'll wrap them in bacon, and then I cook them in the oven about 375 degrees for about 20, 30 minutes.
Okay.
And make the bacon nice and crispy around the egg, because the egg won't cook anymore. The egg's done.
Yeah.
So it just sits there and just lets the bacon cook around it and attach itself to the egg. And they're great. It's basically like breakfast in the palm of your hand, because the bacon with the egg, you just
Man on the go.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's good stuff. But my dad came down from Kansas. He came down late Wednesday night, and then he left this morning. So
Okay.
yeah. So, and he's got shingles. We were going to try to get him on. We were going to do a podcast with him on Friday, but you just can't sit still. He's got shingles under his armpit, and it just bugs the hell out of him, and it's rough. And he's in the later stages of it. He got this stuff back in July, and he still has it.
Dang.
So
I don't think I've ever had shingles.
I don't think you can get it until you're 60 or 55.
There's an age limit
There's
on
an
it?
age, yeah.
What?
I mean, I think you
Yeah.
can get it, but it's majority above 55 or something, because you can't even get the vaccine until you're 55.
What?
There's a vaccine for it, but you can't get it until you're 55. I've known of some people that have gotten it at a younger age, but my dad is 67, 66, somewhere around there, and he never got the vaccine. My dad doesn't believe in vaccines. And I don't really believe in a lot of vaccines, but I believe in that one now, because holy shit, that stuff you don't want to get.
Yeah.
He says it's painful. A lot of people say it itches or burns. He says it's not really itching or burning him. It's just painful.
Yeah.
He says it's like it's just deep in the tissue pain. I'm like, oh shit. And then when you're add the age of 65 on there or something.
Yeah.
That's never good.
Man.
Your body just doesn't recover like it used to
No.
at that age. So yeah, whenever you're able to get the vaccine for shingles, get that bitch. Get that bitch. Because I'm not a huge believer in vaccines either. I mean, the flu shot, most people get it. I know my youngest, she usually gets it because she gets sick a lot.
Yeah.
So you might as well get the flu shot to
should
help
get it,
out.
yeah.
Try to see
I
if
don't
you
ever
can
get none
prevent
of
it.
that. Like,
I don't either.
I never had the COVID shot. I
No.
don't like the flu shot. Like,
No. I just wait. If I get it, I get it. But I typically don't.
yeah, exactly. Me too.
God
I'm a fighter.
punished me with migraines.
I like orange juice. I keep vitamin C in me, and
Yeah, that's
I
true.
hardly ever get sick.
Yeah.
I saw this dude that he talks a lot of shit on TikTok, but he was talking about headaches and stuff, and he was saying that it's a lot of time it's a sodium deficiency,
Yeah.
and he was saying that they need to do that or whatever, and
Yeah.
it's like, oh,
Some people were saying like drink some salt water and it'll
yeah, that's what
help.
he's saying is drink salt
Yeah.
water and it'll help.
And I haven't had one in a while due to the shot that I'm taking. I got on a shot about a year ago and it's helped out tremendously. I'll still get one. But it's a preventative drug, and I just take a shot a month, and it helps out a lot.
yeah.
So, because I used to get, Jared knows he's seen me with migraines before, and I think I've had to cancel one show because I had a migraine.
Yeah.
But that's it. Since we've been doing the show, I've been taking
Yeah.
the shot, and that's the only time I had to call him up and say, "Hey, I can't make it. I've got a migraine," because those fucking things, they'll wipe your ass out. You're done for the day. That's what pisses me off. I'll get them like on a Saturday. So my day off, I'll
Yeah.
get one. I'm like, mother,
fucking worse.
why can't you give it to me on a day I work and I'll just call in?
Well, I had one Thanksgiving night. Like I went home and had a headache, and it was my I could feel because I get pressure headaches.
Yeah.
And I could feel the cavity like building.
Yeah.
And so I took some Benadryl and I took like Tylenol and shit. And the next day I like got to work and drank like black coffee and took Tylenol and Excedrin. And I was like, go away. So
Fighting the
fucking
hell out of it.
sucks.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
that's kind of headaches I get. So do you get headaches at all?
Nah,
What?
Too much BC batter.
You get the beast powder?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't get like too much, but I used to like Excedrin tension headache. They used to work real good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Excedrin makes some good product. Excedrin migraine,
Yeah.
Excedrin tension headaches.
Yeah.
They do pretty good. I've heard BC powder is really good.
Yeah,
I've never had it.
That works. Yes.
I heard it's nasty.
Yeah, it
but,
is.
So
hey,
get the cherry.
okay.
Ugh,
100%. No, fuck you. Cherry tastes good. It's actually if you get the other one, it tastes like fucking like
I just
ground up chalk.
yeah.
And it tastes like shit. If you get the cherry, at least you get flavor.
some flavor.
I think I have some in there. I'll have to find it sometime and then give you one to take.
Yeah.
And it's real nice, actually. It's,
Yeah.
just, it's kind of like it's like, it's cherry though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd rather do the 1 or 2 second nastiness than
Yeah.
a whole day.
Dude,
of
it was
Yeah.
weird. I
shit.
took it one time in the kitchen, and it was like the headache was still there, but like it immediately took
Took
the
the pain
sharpness
away.
off.
Yeah.
And it just
Right.
immediately just boom. I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? That's
It'll
cool.
work in about
Like
5
if
to 10
I still felt
Right.
like I had a headache, but it wasn't real like pounding.
Right.
I was like, that's cool.
It is.
Yeah, there's some migraines where it's just so intense that I see spots, I'm throwing
Dang.
up. They get bad. They get really
yeah.
bad. That's why this shot that I've been taking for a little over a year now has been just a godsend. It's awesome stuff. But also get one every once in a while. But I feel God gave me migraines and didn't give me sickness. Because
Yeah.
I hardly ever get sick.
He's
and
a superhero.
So knock wood, and I'll keep praying that I stay that way.
Damn.
So
Yeah, I don't. That's the only kind of headaches I usually get.
Right.
I used to occasionally get a migraine every once in a great fucking while, and it's just like fucking deadly to me. I'm just like, "Argh."
yeah. I remember when I was down in San Antonio.
Yeah, we both had
both
one.
had one. And because I felt so bad, I come down where we had a great night that night. We were playing
Yeah, because
up,
my mom
cooked steaks.
It was me, him, and then my mom and her boyfriend Bob, and then his daughter Jackie. She had just moved to San Antonio, so I grilled steak down there.
Yeah.
and we were playing.
Played a couple games,
We
but
played
we
a
played
couple games. We played Blockbuster game.
Yeah.
We played Forbidden
Forbidden
Word or
Words.
whatever. And we had a badass time. It was a
Yeah.
fun night. We were all laughing and everything.
And we drank. You
Yeah,
know,
we drank a lot.
We got our drinking on.
And then the next day, we were planning on going and doing a bunch of shit and stuff. And then I woke up and I was just like, oh, man, I felt like shit. My head hurt.
Yeah.
And then he kind of was like, his head was hurting too.
Yeah.
So then we just kept saying, oh, yeah, just give me a minute.
Yeah.
I'm going to lay down for like about an hour or so. And they're like, all right, that's fine. And then we just slept till like
Yeah.
3 or 4 o'clock. And then we like got up and then we went to QT and bought like tacos and ate because we were so fucking hungry because we hadn't eaten all day.
Dang.
He was just like, sorry, I slept. I was like, dude, you're fine. 'Cause
I know.
He went to find me one time and I was like laying in my
Yeah,
closet.
he was in his closet.
Because it was just darker
Dang.
in there. And I was just like, oh, no light.
Because I got up when I wasn't feeling good, and I saw him in bed. I'm like, hey, and he's like, yeah. I'm like, I'm not feeling good. I think I'm gonna have to knock out this headache. He's like, okay, yeah, that's fine. I'm not feeling so good either. I'm like, okay, cool. But then I woke up and I saw that it was like really bright, and I saw that it was like almost noon. I'm like, oh shit. So I took a shower. I didn't see him. He had a little living room area upstairs, so I didn't see him out there. So I went and took a shower, came back out. He still wasn't in there. But then I peeked in his room and he's not in his bed. I'm like, fuck, did he leave?
Yeah, I was like,
Did I
fuck
s-
you, friend.
Did I sleep all fucking day? But then I see Murray kind of off to the side in his bedroom. I'm like,
Yeah.
and so I'm kind of thinking,
all
I don't want to see a naked Jared. Okay, so I'm like creeping in,
I have a
and
tuck
then
between my legs. I'm like, goodbye, horses.
it puts the lotion on
Yeah.
the skin, or unless it
Ready
gets
to
the
party.
hose again. And then finally I see Murray, and I'm like, Murray, and I'm petting him, and then I see like his feet in his closet. I'm like, Jared? I'm like, okay, he's just in his closet. So, but when he wakes up, I'm like, yeah, I saw you in your closet. Like, yeah, it's really dark and cold in there, so I'll go in there.
Yeah. It was like, I was just like, this is nice.
But yeah, finally we got up at like
Yeah.
2 o'clock or so. We finally got it out
Yeah.
of the house. I'm just like, man.
No, it was like 4, I think.
Was it?
almost.
Was it close to that?
I
Yeah.
think it was like 3:34, and then we went to QT.
Yeah.
And
Because I haven't had the
he
tacos.
had never their tacos
Yeah.
down there, so we went there and got some of those because we were starving, and we got like sweet teas and stuff. And then we ate that in the Jeep, and then went home. And then I think the next day we went to the zoo.
The zoo. The drive.
Was drive-through zoos
the
up
drive-through
there.
zoo.
And then we went to this Whiskey Cake.
Yes.
Have you ever been to Whiskey Cake? Bro.
Yeah.
There's one up in Capel, and I think there's one somewhere else, but it's called the Whiskey Cake. What's it called? Like Whiskey Cake something? Just Whiskey Cake?
I think it's just whiskey cake.
Yeah, just search Whiskey Cake. It's it's not super pricey, but it's a little pricey.
Yeah, though.
So be
Whiskey
planning on
Cake
spending.
Kitchen and Bar.
Yeah. So they have some of the best fucking food, man.
Oh, really?
They had one in San Antonio. We went down there and they had old fashions and stuff, and we were drinking, and then we drank, and then we drove back, and I probably shouldn't have driven back, but we were just jamming out and singing at the top of our lungs and stuff. Then we get back to my house, and he's like, I think we're going to go back to Fort Worth. And I was like, all right, well, bye. And he's like, yeah, I think we're going to get a head start tonight. Because he didn't know if he was going to stay the night or come back.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, cool, man. Well, I appreciate you coming down. So
Yeah.
he's like, all right. He's all drunk going on.
I know. I don't know why I drove back that night. I should have stayed one more night.
It was fun. Like, I don't know. I just didn't click with San Antonio.
Yeah.
I just didn't ever feel at home down there.
Right.
I had like a decent thing going and like a little bit of a schedule and a little bit of a life and stuff sometimes, but just overall, I just never really clicked with anything. So
Right. And that happens. Yeah.
yeah, I got rejected. The fucking food down there was phenomenal. That's the
Right.
one thing I miss about that place is they had like all their breakfast stuff had chorizo. Everything fucking chorizo. Even their Whataburger, they had taquito with chorizo in it.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was like, oh, girl.
Holy hell.
The Whataburger taquitos are already good, but it had
Right.
chorizo in it, dude. And then the QT, do they put the chorizo on the breakfast pizza here?
So a customer ordered it like that.
Yeah.
He asked me could he do it because they wasn't available on the screen.
Yeah.
I was like, yes, sir, I got you. Man, it smells so good.
Dude,
Like,
that's the
man.
way they made it in San Antonio. And
Really?
it's
Really?
so much fucking better.
Huh.
Do
Man.
that with the little packet of salsa del sol on it. Oh,
Okay.
Bruh,
that's
it
the best
smells
thing
so
you'll have
good.
fucking good.
Wow.
I almost took a bite of his pizza when I was putting
Yeah.
it in the I was like, man.
Seriously, Monday, go to work, make you a personal with
Yeah.
chorizo instead. Dude,
Uh-huh.
trust
Yeah.
me. It's amazing.
Okay.
So it's all the normal stuff with just
Yeah,
chorizo.
just
Yeah,
instead
yeah,
of the
yeah.
sausage,
That's-
you use chorizo.
Okay.
Oh,
That's
you
the
don't
only
you don't put the
difference.
sausage
Well,
on it.
Yeah, no sausage.
This dude,
Okay.
he wanted sausage and chorizo.
Oh no.
Yeah.
They just did that.
Well,
and I was just
chorizo is Mexican sausage.
Yeah.
You know what
That's
I'm saying?
all.
so it's so much better. I was like, oh my god. And I loved our
Dang.
pizza down there. I was
Right.
like, oh girl.
Dang.
Oh, girl.
But yeah, the food down there was a lot better, but I don't know.
Yeah.
And then the division, I just never really clicked with too many. There was a couple people I kind of hung out with or kind of gravitated towards, but I don't know. I didn't really blossom down there.
Right.
I'm more of an established kind of friend guy. I was like, I don't really let a lot of new people in my circle.
Right.
If I do, it's not very often. And down there, it's like I got to recruit like all this fucking people. Like I need a best friend. I need this. I need that. And it's like,
Yeah.
Right.
So I don't know. I just didn't do it down there. So
Yeah.
and that's why I started doing podcasting is because that was something for me to do, and it was something for me to look forward to each week. And
Right.
I started that with Andy Wilson. So
Yeah.
we started a podcast, and that was kind of my thing for a while, and I'd look forward to it and bragging about it and stuff. And then it just kind of ran its course, and then started this one. So
Yeah.
here we are,
Here we
partying
are.
away, life.
At the 49 episodes.
Yeah. Oh
Big
yeah.
50 right around the
Number
corner.
episode 50 is next week. So
Yeah.
we're gonna be live on YouTube again.
Yep.
And Jason Graham's gonna be back.
Oh yeah.
So
Okay.
hell yeah. So I'm excited for that one. I need to get in touch with him. Make sure he's still like
Right. Yeah. You're
so
still
like,
coming
bro,
on, right?
'cause I'm gonna. I'll delay it if you need to, but you're gonna be
Right.
episode 50.
How's
So
he been doing?
he's doing good.
Yeah.
I don't remember what he's doing. Just I think I asked him and he said blowing and whatever and or churning and burning or something.
Vernon.
I don't know. Something
his
Jason
lingo.
would say.
His lingo,
Yeah.
you know.
Have you ever listened to any of the episodes? Dude, his is the episode to listen
Yeah,
to.
that's what
Fucking Alex.
Alex told me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That episode is
Yeah.
our most listened to episode. It's got over 180 listens. And our next closest one is 125, which is our pilot episode, which is the one like everyone usually checks out.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and that's
kind of a
over a
good feel.
year, well over a year.
Yeah.
And his episode's like a month or two. And I'm just like, dude.
Yeah.
So it was just fucking
Talk
gold.
about
The
some
story
good
he
stuff.
has.
Yeah.
He was talking about, girls and stuff and sex and all. It's just fucking hilarious. So he's going to be back on next week. And then,
Yeah, I'm gonna tune in.
hell yeah. So hopefully I can get some YouTube involvement or whatever.
Yeah.
Get
Oh,
him.
I'm sure.
And we'll see if we can work out some kind of surprise or do something for him. So
Yeah.
I think he said that he's going to dress in a tracksuit. So
Oh,
I
that's
think we
right.
got to dress up. I forgot about that.
That's right. Yeah. We
I don't know what to dress up as.
We'll have to figure that out.
Just dress up as something cheesy.
Yeah.
Fuck. I'll figure it out, I guess. I'll probably wear sunglasses as part of it. Oh, man. So, we got anything else, or do you want to talk about it? No.
I don't think so. Unless you got anything.
No, it's my first time.
Yeah.
Fun.
Was it fun?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. It's super casual.
Oh,
a lot
yeah.
of people are nervous. I'm just like, dude,
Yeah.
just you'll forget you're on a show in like 5
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure. Exactly.
You just start chit chatting. It's just like
Yeah.
you're sitting there talking, and then you just have a microphone right in front of your face.
Yeah, for
Exactly.
sure.
So, and now it's live, which is weird. I don't know why I was nervous. Like, I mean, Alex watched, Ashley watched, your barber, Peter, I guess.
I don't know.
Well, Peter, man.
Fucking Peter. That's fucking
And then I think that's it. Then us.
maybe one of our moms.
No, my mom didn't watch.
I don't think
Probably
my,
in bed.
I don't think my mom knows how to work YouTube, so
Yeah.
she just listens. She
Well, I
doesn't
posted
watch.
a link, but I didn't tag anyone in the link, so
Yeah.
I was just trying to hurry up and do it. And
Like when my mom's doing gardening, she's listening, so she doesn't watch the episodes.
Oh,
I don't
really?
think she's ever watched a YouTube episode. She just listens.
yeah, I don't think my mom either.
So
She usually listens whenever she cleans the house. I
Yeah.
think. You miss a spot, Mom.
Well, that's when I would that's when I would listen to you and Andy. I'd be mowing or doing
Yeah.
yard work, and I'd be listening to Tuesday Dude's Day. So
Yeah, because driving back and forth from Fort Worth to San Antonio on the
Yeah.
weekend and stuff, I'd listen to the podcast then. And,
okay,
we record on Friday, and then I'd drive up Saturday or something, so I'd listen to it the next day. I'm like, or even like I'd drive around and just listen to it. I'm like,
okay,
Because when we recorded our first episode, we put it out. I went and like got food the next morning, and then I went and drove around town. And it was Friday night when we recorded, and that was like our ritual. And so I was like driving around town, this little hill country. It's a real nice area, and it's kind of gloomy and shit. And I was listening. I was like, that was the funny part. I was like, oh, I need to talk better on that. And I was like critiquing myself. I was like,
right.
I was so excited. I was like, people listen, man.
Yeah.
Check it out. It was
gonna
like
love
15 listens. Woo! They
Yeah.
love me.
Yeah.
We're hits.
I'm an icon.
Nah. So have you ever wanted to be like famous or anything?
Yes, but no. I mean, yeah. But then everybody would have their hand out, like, give me some money. You know,
Yeah.
So, no.
I know. You'd be like, man, I told you no.
Yeah. I'd be an undercover famous person. So
He just disappear.
if I hit the lotto, I have a bag over my head.
Yeah.
On the news.
You'd be like Kanye when he was being all
Yeah.
secretive and shit. With a ninja mask on and stuff. Who the fuck is that? It's Teron.
Yeah.
Tiny would still find you.
Man.
Teron!
Yeah, he would.
That's
Teron. I can see them eyes. Them eyes are black. I see
Yeah. Black as eyes. All right, man. Well, I think we're going to end it. So appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, we'll have to have you back on, man.
Oh yeah,
Fucking
for sure.
blast, and have to get you to tell us more of your stories because I know you got time for the hood.
Bet.
So
Yeah, especially from the
like,
hood.
next time we need to get real loosened up.
Yeah.
Now you know the kind of routine and what to expect.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
But cool. Well, appreciate
Awesome.
you coming on, and
Thank
it's
you.
been a blast. And
Yeah.
we'll see you next time.
All right.
Bye, everyone.
Till next
Peace.
time.
Yes.